as I was.
Go ahead, Sugar Belly. One mic on Sugar Belly.
As I was saying, resistance is the same. This same resistance person is the same person who came to the Nigerian rooms the other time to scream at us and tell us that Christians are oppressing Muslims in Nigeria. Okay. Yeah, like he came to Nigerian rooms like multiple times to tell us that that Muslims are being genocided in Nigeria by Christians. That Christians are the ones genociding Muslims.
But he was blaming me.
Sorry, what did you say?
He was blaming. Where is he at? He left.
No, he came to Nigerian rooms, right? Basically, because we're talking about like the stuff that's happening in Nigeria. He came to Nigerian rooms and climbed our stage to tell us about how he believes that Christians are genociding Muslims in Nigeria, which is the complete opposite of what is happening. So his entire position is based on an irrational defense of Islam.
No more foo resistance.
Real quick. Stop, bro. Stop riding the waves. Let her talk, bro. Come on.
So
you went up in the music video, bro, and you don't even know how to dance. Just let her talk.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that you can't really expect him to have any kind of rational point, because his whole he didn't reason his way into the things that he's saying. His entire position is to ideologically defend Islam, and unfortunately, marrying children is baked into Islam, right?
Things easier for you. I don't think these men in some of these relationships that
they kicked me.
Asshole, but their guidance.
Oh, the herb debated a different way, most likely.
Yeah.
Mama, are you there? It's over here.
Hello? Evermore. All I long for, all I worship and adore. Benjamin, go to the gym. Doesn't matter how many times you talk, it's a waste of time. Clubhouse is a waste of time.
It's for Benjamin, and he can play guitar on it.
Kicked me.
I dropped the mic to go back and read this whole book again.
Shit, don't read it too many times. Gotta keep living now. Oh my gosh. Hello?
What you got to say, man? That shit is a myth right here. Bro, I heard that shit got fat.
Hello?
They lied. Chopped cheese,
Chopped cheese and pastrami. Oh my God. Motherfucking heart attack over here.
Always, white boy, bitch.
What are them wires are there? You guys talking about the Democrats? Hello?
See why we don't let people come
Tommy just looked like a
2018 peace agreement. Well, everything there are municipality, C5, former president, 5 former PI president. They are out topic. That is the topic.
Back at besides this.
But even Tay doing Vertical, it's like he does movies every year, but because he did a new medium and because it's a hot medium, it got traction in the trades, and we were talking about this. I'm like, but you're still doing romance, and you're still doing, like, you know, Tay Diggs, the hot fucking sexy black dude. I'm like, bro, we need to put you in something like Edge. We're gonna put you in something like, I told him like one, I didn't tell him like it wasn't a pitch. It was like this one character I have that's like a mentor in Hawaii with like a beard, pushing glass.
Throughout different societies, we see the different societies get to their own ideas on what an adult is, because there's, come on, shit, you better let me just go on marriage. That's not, I'm almost finished. And, you fuck me up. Go ahead,
Nathan.
go ahead some more.
Oh yeah. So basically, what Nathan's saying here is that we know age is a social construct. The point of like a dog.
Cannot be.
What are you doing?
Right?
What are you doing?
So what are you saying?
What are you doing?
You're right up to me.
Hello?
All right. So different cultures have different consenting ages, right? You can clearly see in the United States of America, states have different consenting ages. So the Muslim dude, resistance, he said not only do they have to go through like puberty, but there's these other qualifiers as well. They have to be like mentally sound, but they have to be able to consent. Okay, so it's that qualifier that he added to the Islamic faith in the modern day. And I think what Nathan's doing is pointing out
between the notion and the act.
the line that we can all agree moves around
mysterious doctrine
is quite similar to the parallel argument of earlier of what gender is.
Don't tell me what to do.
I thought you were
And that's his point. And you're kind of like
define the laws of
using
nature.
it again.
All right,
It's a pattern that you have to
time's been
recognize.
too short for me to
But,
do everything that's like.
Yeah, I just don't understand why Nathan decided that he's going to pick a third or fourth time just today. He wants to like choose to all and Sunday that he's a daughter, right? Because age is not a social construct. Like age is a biological reality. However, age is a spectrum. That is the difference between age and sex. Not that sex is real and age is not real. Age is definitely real. Human beings are definitely progressing in stage of maturity as time goes on. That is a physical, factual reality. It's not socially constructed.
Between the idea and the reality.
You keep kicking me from chillism, but I got the room running on a live stream. Let's just confirm I'm live streaming these retards. Is that it? Yeah, we got him. We still got him. Chillism Nathan is dumb as shit. Oh my god. Sugar Belly the low IQ clown. Oh my god.
Weren't allowed in Jerusalem. The Muslims said, well, let me just make a point. Stop me when you disagree, right? Don't start speaking for no reason. Because if we agree, you don't have to speak. Because I'm speaking for you. Do you know what I mean? So the Muslims took over Jerusalem. There was a 400-year exile on the Jews. The Muslims.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right here, Aziz. You're wrong. You're wrong. You told me to stop you when you're wrong. You're wrong.
Just breathe for a second.
You're wrong, Aziz.
So cool. Tell me when it becomes a bad idea, right? So cool. The Muslims take over.
Oh, you're giving us an idea? You're not giving us a history lesson now?
John Kitover, can you just breathe for a second?
Keep breathing, Aziz. It's pronounced breathing, by the way. You speak English, right? It's pronounced breathing, not breathing. Briefing, breathing. Keep breathing.
You're not going to win a political debate like that. Not with that attitude.
Political debate, bro. What the hell are you
These
talking?
one,
Yeah, is this a political debate? I thought you were giving us a history hypnosis lesson.
he's meant to be a candidate.
That's the history. That's hilarious.
So anyways, like I was saying before, I was really cut off.
You said to stop you if we thought you were wrong.
Are we on a farm? Like, are we just going to speak over each other?
It's all right, bro.
Like, I feel like people are just scared of the truth, bro.
Scared of the truth? Aziz, you think you carry the truth with you?
I'm not even being rude. I'm not talking.
Aziz, do you agree
I'm not
that
talking about
Islam
the
was a What, do you agree? No, do you agree that Islam was an imperial power?
I don't.
Holy land.
I'm not. So I'm not talking about the Talmud and being disrespectful.
No, I have to talk about the Talmud.
Hello?
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Hello?
You live in a glass house.
It's so hot in here.
Aziz,
I'm not being disrespectful, bro.
what stands about throughout Islam?
You're talking about the jizya.
Aziz, what is your point, mate? That's the point. What is your point, mate? Stop talking about my jizz.
Structural laws.
Aziz,
If you want.
I'm not even attacking your law. That's the problem. I'm saying that is a historical fact. I'm saying that that's bad. Like, you think that's a good thing because it's your religion. If that was my religion, I would think the same thing too.
So Brandon.
Hold on, Aziz. Hold on, Aziz. You gotta listen to me first and understand what I'm saying. Not just hear me, but also understand. Right? Pay attention. If I believed in your religion, I would have no problem with the jizya, right? And what you've done to those Jews, but I don't, right? So I get your comeback. I really understand what you may say, right? But the simple fact is, they subjugated them. That's a fact. They made them pay the jizya, which made them non-subscriptory to wars, and like that's about.
So they don't have to fight.
Yeah, that's about it. You don't have to die, right? You don't have to give up your religion. Right, but we subjugate you here. We take 10 families from where it was living. It was living in other places, you know. They were cool. They was doing that. You take 10 families, and not only that, you purged them. You know, funny enough, you purged them from Iraq as well. You purged them from Iraq before you done that.
You're bouncing around right now. Let's.
I don't, because I'm remembering different bouts. Because you made the Islamic conquest look so righteous, man, and it was just disgusting what you tried to do.
Let me explain. Let me explain something. This is simple, very simple. If you lived in Jerusalem at the time, and you were a Jew, listen to this. This is about to blow your mind. You won't believe what I'm about to say. If you were a Jew in Jerusalem, you didn't go to war and you paid
I can't really give a shit what he's got to say. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. We're back. And we're bigger and better than ever before. Hello? 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 You crave the final word, but don't know where you stand. You call each risk a war. You call each doubt a shame. You win a little fight and lose your own true name. This is the prudence of a victory. Knowing which battles you can leave undone. Conquering your enemies from the edge of your throne. Lordy, Lordy, Lord.
Do you know what eating banana can do to your liver? Bananas are actually edible when they're...
The invocation of Horus. Strike the master chord. Draw the flaming sword. Crowned child and conquering lord, Horus, avenger. O thou of the head of the hawk, thee I invoke.
My wife's not a whore.
Thou only begotten child of Osiris thy father, and Isis thy mother, he that was slain, she that bore thee in her womb, flying from the terror of the water, thee I invoke. O thou whose apron is of flashing white, whiter than the forehead of the morning, thee I invoke. O thou who hast formulated thy father, and made fertile thy mother, thee I invoke. O thou whose garment is of golden glory, with the azure bars of sky, thee I invoke. Thou who didst avenge the horror of death, thou the slayer of Typhon, thou who didst lift thine arms, and the dragons of death were as dust, thou who didst raise thine head, and the crocodile of Nile was abased before thee, thee I invoke.
Rural Illinois hospitals are on a short list for being at risk
whose
of
lamps
closing.
hideth the universe with night, the impermeable blue, thee I invoke. Thou who travellest in the boat of Ra, abiding at the helm of the Ashtet boat, and of the Sextet boat, thee I invoke. Thou who bearest the wand of double power, thee I invoke. It shed the darkness of blue light, the unfathomable glory, the untravelled, the unthinkable immensity of space.
Well,
Thou who
Israel has
concentrates all
not
the
allowed
sound
food.
in one darkening sphere of fire, thee I invoke. O thou who bearest the rose and cross of life and light, thee I invoke. The voice of the five, the voice of the six, 11 are the voices. Abracadabra. Strike the master chord. Draw the flaming sword. Crowned child and conquering lord, Horus, avenger. By thy name of Ra, I invoke thee, Orc of the sun, the glorious one. By thy name, Harmachis, youth of the brilliant morning, I invoke thee. By thy name, Mao, I invoke thee, lion of the midday sun. By thy name, Tum, orc of the evil, crimson splendor of the sunset,
How do they ever
I
use their
invoke thee.
benefits?
By thy name, Kephra, I invoke thee, O beetle of the mystery of midnight. By thy name, Gorpar-Krat, Lord of silence, beautiful child that standest on the dragons of the deep, I invoke thee. By thy name of Apollo, I invoke thee, O man of strength and splendor, O poet, O father. By thy name of Phoebus, that drivest thy chariot through the heaven of Zeus, I invoke thee. By thy name of Odin, I invoke thee, O warrior of the north, O renown of the sagas. By thy name of Yahashua, O child of the flaming star, I invoke thee. By thine own thy secret name, Uri, thee I invoke. The names are 5, the names are 6, 11 are the names, Abrahadabra. Behold, I stand in the midst, mine is the symbol of Osiris. To thee are mine eyes ever turned. Unto the splendor of Geburah, the magnificence of Hesed, the mystery of Da'af, thither I lift up mine eyes. This have I sought, and I have sought the unity. Hear thou me. Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the horse. By my head I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. By my body I invoke thee.
All you do is create time.
About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle reversed, the sign given of none, save it be of thee, O Lord. By the Laman I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white, sewn with gold, the flashing abbai that I wear. By my robe I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of Apophis and Typhon. By the sign I invoke thee. Mine also is the turban of white and gold, and mine the blue vigor of the intimate air. By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beads of pearl. So run I after thee in thy car of glory. By my fingers I invoke thee. I bear the word of double power in the voice of the Master. Abrahadabra. By the word I invoke thee. Mine are the dark blue waves of music in the song that I made of old to invoke thee. Strike, strike the master chord. Draw the flaming sword. Crowned child and conquering lord, Horus, avenger. By the song I invoke thee. In my hand is thy sword of revenge. Let it strike at thy bidding. By the sword I invoke thee. The voice of the 5, the voice of the 6, 11 are the voices, Abrahadabra. Therefore I say unto thee, come thou forth and dwell in me, so that every spirit, whether of the firmament or of the ether, of the earth or under the earth, on dry land or in the water, of whirling air or of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God, the vast one, may be thou. Abracadabra. Take a seated position. Command yourself to relax. Start rhythmic breathing. Let us ask for divine guidance at the beginning of each session. O Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, ruler of the light and the darkness, we adore thee and we invoke thee. Look thou with favor upon me, who now standeth before thee, and grant thine aid unto the highest aspirations of my soul, that I may be enabled to accomplish the great work, to the glory of thine ineffable name. Amen.
Amen.
have achieved perfect relaxation. Your mind is at peace. You are now able to concentrate your thoughts, your feelings, your awareness. Imagine now that towers above you another being who represents your higher self, your holy guardian angel. See this majestic towering figure standing above you, watching over you with his light and love, protecting you, guiding you. With each breath you take, you aspire and yearn to be one with your angel. With the exhalation, this great being descends into you. You and your guardian angel are becoming one. Inhale, yearn towards your divine angel. Exhale, he descends and occupies your being. Imagine this divine being with wings that are outstretched, vibrating rapidly with spiritual power. He stands above you, benign, gracious, beatific. Inhale, long for, yearn for, and aspire towards this great being who is yourself made perfect. Exhale, imagine and feel this divine spiritual figure descending, occupying your body, your mind, your soul. Inhale, and imagine that you are lifting up your arms towards the heavens, towards the sky, aspiring towards this noble being who is yourself. Exhale. Feel the air going out of your body and your higher self, your angel, descending into you. Inhale, aspire, exhale, you are one. Your holy guardian angel is the symbol of your higher self.
Hello? Can you see this? This is like a shadow band test, I'm pretty sure.
Imagine and visualize him there, as he always is, ready to help you and guide you throughout life. As you inhale, yearn for your guardian angel. As you exhale, feel your angel coming down, occupying you, filling you as your breath goes out. Inhale, aspire,
Howdy.
exhale, you are one.
This is a breathing meditation. Brought to you by candidate John Kitover. Take the deepest breath of the day. Shh.
Mentally, you see your angel. You feel his presence, handsome, beautiful, robed in brilliant, scintillating white light. Inhale, aspire, exhale, you are one. You are gradually merging with this gigantic figure of the angel. This is your
Yeah, resume. How does it know when I'm gone? How does it know?
desiring to be with you, and you to become united with him. Yearn for your guardian angel. You and your holy guardian angel are one. is the goal of your lifetime. This is the great work, uniting with your holy guardian angel, your magnificent, beautiful, mighty, heavenly self. Meditate quietly.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Sing with me that wonderful peroration to an ancient adoration. I am he, the born, the spirit, having sight in the feet, strong and the immortal fire. I am he, the truth. I am he who hates that evil should be wrought in the world. I am he that lighteneth and thundereth. I am he in whom is the shower of the life of earth. I am he whose mouth ever flameth. I am he, the begetter and manifester unto the light. I am he, the grace of the world. The heart girt with a serpent is my name.
Prophet. Hello? Hello? Is that my prophet?
Now take a deep breath. Stretch and use your body. Terminate the state of bliss,
Hello?
of ecstasy.
The egg and the beer put 5 larvae inside you, and they feed on what you eat.
Gross! How did they know I got parasites in my stomach? How did that YouTube ad know that I'm having a beer and I got parasites in my stomach? From the eggs.
Invocation of truth. Procul, o procul esci profani, on lusty, on peda. In the name of the mighty and terrible one, I proclaim that I have banished the shells unto their habitations. I invoke Tahuti, the Lord of wisdom and of utterance, the God that cometh forth from the veil. O thou, majesty of the Godhead, wisdom crowned Tahuti, Lord of the gates of the universe, thee I invoke. O thou of the ibis head, thee I invoke. Thou who wieldest the wand of double power, thee I invoke. Thou who bearest in thy left hand the robe and cross of law and light, thee I invoke.
Hello?
Thou whose head is as an emerald, and thy nemes as the night sky blue, thee I invoke. Thou whose skin is a flaming orange as though it burned in a furnace, thee I invoke.
Hello?
Behold, I am yesterday, today.
I'm trying to get elected in Peoria, Rockford, Illinois in the 16th district. I'm a write-in candidate because I got kicked from the ballot for insufficient signatures.
For of the gods are sprung, which is as light unto the dwellers in the watchtowers of the universe. I am the charioteer of the east, lord of the past and of the future. I see by mine own inward light.
What the fuck?
Lord of resurrection who cometh forth from the dust, and my birth is from the house of death. O ye two divine hawks upon your pinnacles, who keep watch over the universe, ye who accompany the bier to the house of rest, who pilot the ship of wrong, ever advancing onwards the heights of heaven, Lord of the shrine which standeth in the center of the earth.
Hey, CM. Hey, CM. How's it going, CM? What are you here for? Are you here to just check out to see who I'm listening to, or is there something you want to say? But, I got kicked out of every room. But you know what, CM? I'm recording every room. I've got a lot of phones going right now. And it's incredible. Like, they're the dumbest people I've ever heard in my life. Stream the Kameni room? Which one is that, with Matthew? What, you got kicked out of there? I don't think I'm filming that one, but anyways, the dumbest people. CM, I'm not kidding you. This app is a tractor beam for stupid people. Nathan and Andrew R., they have talked about trans all day long. CM, you're not confused on what a man or a woman is, right? You do realize there's only 2 genders, 2 sexes, penis and vagina. And any of these dumb people that want to play word games all day long, oh my God, they're stupid.
He is in me, and I in him. with the light of mine eye, ever rushing on from the splendor of the day glorified law, giving.
Let me see if I can find that Khomeini room.
Thank you.
Do you know what the title of the room is? Is it?
Do you guys think Iran's gonna get it in the next couple of days?
Iran? Yeah, most likely.
I think so.
Bomb, 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 Iran.
I just want a stable economy, man. I'm just tired of this.
Oh, he just wants a stable economy. Oh my God, Aziz.
Hold on. That's still fair to ask. He just wants a stable economy.
Who doesn't want a stable economy? It's a competition, Aziz.
I just think where we're headed right now. Look, at the end of the day,
we're heading to unstableness.
Bro, there's no such thing as trans, you idiot, and there's no such thing as trans rights. Trans is short for transformation. No one is transforming into anything, CM. There's no such thing as trans rights, you idiot. There's no such thing as gay rights either. It's fucking called homosexual behavior. It doesn't give you special protection because you choose to suck a dick or you choose to eat a pussy because you're a lesbian. Now, CM, again, treat everybody with respect, but don't respect people's stupid word ideas. They're making shit up, CM. It violates the laws of nature. That's why they do it.
No, I know what's going on. I know.
Oh, I really hope America does.
I can wake you up to the truth.
So we are being governed by transnational capitalism.
Trans? We're governed by the trans?
That's a fact.
What is trans? Does that mean transformation?
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God.
You swear to God?
I feel like the truth is going to be too much for you.
It really.
All I'm going to say is this: the word conquest.
Conquest.
Crazy.
You know, the thing is, none of this really matters. I'm just hoping for a good economy.
Right. Facts.
Aziz, why don't you try to enlighten us and tell us what the word economy even means to you? You're so learned on the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, and you're not even from the region. I can't wait to hear what you think economics means to you.
So, Bondi told me the S&P 500 is at 50,000. And but it's all.
Hey, bro. All seriousness aside, did you guys watch the Pam Bondi hearings?
That was crazy, bro.
It was fucking the best thing I've seen.
That was.
If somebody can link that, please.
There's this thing called YouTube. You just search it. You go on YouTube and you type in Pam Bondi hearing, and that's how you find it. Hello?
Kitover, tell me you weren't impressed by it. It was fucking awesome.
So funny, bro.
All right. Oh shit! 10 hours ago, 15 hours ago. This is fucking new.
No, it's fucking. It's like 6 hours long, bro. It was fucking awesome.
It was so. Hey, you know the funniest bit was when the guy.
Is she like a stupid bitch though?
Hey, watch it. Just watch it, bro. Just watch it, bro.
All right.
Wait, which one was this? When I went in the black guy was talking to her.
It was like last week.
Yeah. Well, she's so dopey, bro.
Pam Bondi told me it's true.
She's a lawyer. She speaks to a lawyer. She's not even a fucking real lawyer. She says under her breath. Like, she's so mad, bro.
Bro, she's like a little child. You know that? She's like a bro.
Did somebody step in something? I smell something. Can everybody check their shoes? Did somebody step in some dog shit? Oh, never mind. That's just resistance. My bad, guys. He was saying that you can marry and have sex with a girl that just had puberty. Isn't that amazing?
Shut the fuck up, you pedophile.
My brothers is it.
Come on, man. Tell him again, man.
Nah, fuck with my brother. That's my brother, man.
Wait, bro.
Let me see.
You know,
He's a child rapist.
you do realize that when Pam
That's cap.
Pam Bondi, when she
I have evidence. I have paperwork.
listen, Pam Bondi, when she was talking to Rasklin, and she's like, "You're not even a lawyer anymore." Do you realize that Jamie Rasklin, aka that hair plug Democrat, a piece of turd? Do you realize his son, suicided himself because of his father?
Crazy.
I mean, there's a lot of tragedy, but they don't really care. If you're a psychopath and one of your family members offs themselves, well, that's just part of, their plan. I mean, Aziz, you do realize you're on the wrong side of history, right? Like, your opinion, your worldview is totally fucked. Like, people on this app are literally wasting their time. And it's unbelievable how much time you've dedicated to Israel and Palestine. You should get a fucking trophy because you're that stupid. You should get a stupid person trophy.
Well, you know what it is. At the end of the day, yeah, you might be right. Like, maybe I'm not on the side of transnational capital and Moloch and those guys, Baal and those guys. Right? You might be right. Like, maybe I'm not on the side of the Clintons and the Satanist devil worshipping technocrat elites. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe I don't know how the world works. Maybe you do. Maybe you know something I don't. Maybe Larry Fink is morally superior to me. Maybe you're right. Maybe BlackRock and Vanguard and all the fucking technocrats. Maybe they are just morally superior to me, Lord. Maybe you're right. Maybe the reason why Rome fell and fucking the Mongols fell because no one stormed their gates. Why did they fall? Maybe you have the answers. Maybe I don't. Maybe I have. Maybe I don't.
Maybe you don't know shit. Maybe you don't read a book. Maybe you don't even go to the gym at all. I don't know what you do with your life, Schmucko, but let me ask you a question. What year is it?
1973.
There we go. I talked to a Muslim yesterday. He said it was the year 1400. You both got the wrong year. Hello?
Yeah, but you're American, bro.
But bro, you're American. What does that mean? You should be back in Somaliland, robbing a pirate ship or something and, making a Tom Hanks film. Hello?
You're literally American. Like, you think that red team, blue team politics is the answer. Like, you don't even know that you're being subject to lobbying and vampiric banking systems that are pulling your little heartstrings every season. You think because there's midterms that, maybe we'll figure it out because we get to vote. Like, you don't even know what the fuck is going on.
Hello?
Do you know what made me laugh?
What?
That Donald Trump,
Mm-hmm.
He was on the aeroplane, Air Force One. You know what he said?
You got food in your mouth? Brother. No, one fucking second. Brother, clear the fucking food from your mouth.
You want some?
Stop eating and talking at the same time. It's rude.
Okay, 1 second.
Jesus Christ, mate.
Donald Trump said, that he has been acquitted from Jeffrey Epstein's trial.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even. Bro, come on, man.
Bro, come on, man. Bro, look at the room title. The title's changed. There is no such thing as trans, gay, or Palestine. They're all made up, mate. They don't exist in the real world. These are concepts, words that people use to propagandize certain sentiments, you might say, for special rights that they don't actually deserve because there's no such thing as what they claim. You see what I say? You see what I mean?
One second, bro. Kitover, what do you think is going on here?
What do you mean what I fucking think is going on here? What with regards to what, mate?
What are the sides of history? Like, tell me the sides.
The sides?
No, tell me the right side and the wrong side. What are the sides? Explain the sides.
What are the sides? It's, mate, I had somebody once tell me they did something unexpected. And guess what they said to me? They said, be good. Be good. They summed up their entire philosophy in one fucking statement. Be good. So when I'm talking about being good on October 7th with the Supernova Festival, see, there are people on this app that actually applaud murder, terrorism, barbarity, piratism. You understand that those are pieces of human shit? Are you a piece of human shit? Hello? What happened in Iraq? What year is it, mate? Iraq is still there on the fucking map. They got a constitution. They got a government, mate. They're still there. What happened to Iraq? They're still there, mate. What happened to Donald Rumsfeld? He's dead. What happened to Saddam Hussein? He's dead. What happened to George Bush? He's dead. Mate, everyone is going to die. My point is, if you come here all day long and waste your fucking time, you're literally gonna die on Clubhouse picking your arse. Wasting all your fucking time, you fucking moron. That's my point. That's my point. That's why I support Jelani. Who the fuck is Jelani? Is that a form of Jello pudding? Put it in your mouth, Jelani. Is that what it's called? Is that a brand name for a pudding?
So you support ISIS, fair enough.
Fair enough, mate. There you go. Go back to your books. Go back to your family. Go back to your gym. Do something with your life, Aziz. This is pathetic, mate. How can you waste all your time on Clown House arguing for a country that doesn't even exist supporting terrorism? You're fucking warped, mate. Do something with your fucking life.
You're actually, you don't even
sound like a New York guy that is so fucking freaking cool, dude.
Thank you, mate. My point is these booty hole pickers who come here and waste all their fucking time fucking sitting here debating a country that they're not even from. It's like you got some kind of vested interest. It's like you care about something, but it's the wrong thing. You should care about yourself. You should care about your well-being, mate. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? I'm not trying to get your vote. You don't even live in America, you fucking wanker. You do realize it's only because of white charity that you're even in the country you're in.
Man, hey, listen, I said 3,000 years ago.
Listen, you dumb fucking African export. You're lucky you're even in the country you're in. You're only there because of charity. Your whole life is because of charity, mate. You're lucky you live in the country you live in. Hello? Can you believe all those British soldiers went to Europe and died fighting in World War II so pieces of shit like you could come in their country and sit there and complain all day long on the internet? Oh, those poor bastards that died. Fucking Ohio Beach, Omaha Beach, died for you so you could come on Clown House and complain all day long. Ah, mommy and daddy didn't raise you well, eh? Didn't raise you with an education, eh?
Honestly, he's got a point.
Got a point. I've got a point.
Man, he got a lot of points. Now, my pastor got a lot of points. He told me little kids gonna die. I said, Pastor, we meant to be Christian. Now he said, listen, I love me some Israel. No, man, we're gonna send them guns and bombs. Goddamn, I said, Pastor, now, what about Mary? Ain't they from there? Ain't Mary and Joseph, ain't they from Israel? I said, I don't give a fuck about it. Mary and no Joseph. I don't give about Black Rock.
Listen, mate, I'll get up every morning. I'll pray to Black Rock. What do you pray to? Is it Black Rock in Mecca? Aren't you a Muslim? Go to Mecca and worship your Black Rock there, not on Wall Street.
Mary and Joseph, man. I'm a super pastor now. Come on, get me some Raytheon stuff now. Give a fuck about no Mary and Joseph now.
Hello?
I'm trying to get me some damn Israel, no Tel Aviv.
What's it like being on an Interpol watch list for being a possible domestic terrorist, Aziz?
Man, I'm a pastor. I don't even believe in God, man. I don't believe in that bullshit now.
Let me help you get back to the purpose of life, Aziz. Silence, my friend, silence. Silence yourself and go accomplish something. You can't come to Clown House every day of the week and sit here and talk to El Normo, can you? That's not gonna help you with your career. That's not gonna help you with nothing. Let me help you out. Let me help you help you. Let me help you help yourself. Now Aziz is in the correct position where he belongs, in the goo.
God damn it, Lord, I told you to stop hanging out with that goddamn Hispanics.
So in conclusion, a lot of people come here to talk their shit, to waste their fucking time because they can't figure out what to do with their lives. It's pathetic, really. They sit here and they come here and they pretend they got this cool American accent, but really they're pathetic. And they're only in a... Oh, he left. I guess I can stop talking like this now. Bye, everybody. Oh, that was a tag team. That was Aziz's tag team. Did you see that? That was his tag partner. Oh, my God. Wow.
This has been fun.
Richard, there is no such thing as trans or gay
or Palestine. I'm sorry, but they just don't exist. They're concepts. And people on this app the whole day, they spent the whole fucking day arguing, what is a woman? Oh my God, help us. Oh, help us, Lord. People are so stupid. It's unbelievable how much time they wasted talking about what is a woman. Oh.
Dude, this fucking debate has been going on for like 2,000 years. Like, people expect it to solve their own Clubhouse.
Oh my God, we got another one. Hello, Kelly. Welcome, Kelly.
Oh, you only gotta be smart.
Look at all your karma points, Kelly.
Oh, you got a medal.
Got a lot of karma.
So what's the debate about?
The debate is whether or not you waste your time on Clubhouse. Do you?
Not me.
Hello?
Do you?
Yes, I've definitely wasted a lot of time on Clubhouse, but I have actually in the past 24 hours I've come to quick in and out. That's what she's all about. In and out.
Goddamn Brian, trying to get that goddamn propane out of Clubhouse.
Somebody told me today that I was a douchebag, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I am a douchebag, but that's okay. Because I'm new Johnny. New Johnny could still possibly be a douchebag, but basically at this very moment, I've been kicked out of just about every active clown house room. But guess what? I'm secretly recording every single stupid room onto YouTube, and
you're that guy.
Yeah. They think that they can like kick me and like it, but this is the best part, Richard. I have figured out a way now where I can record these morons, but I don't actually have to listen to them, which is the real pudding. Because now I've completely blocked off, like Aziz was talking about the walls of history. Well, guess what? I now have walls and I can't hear these people, but I am recording them. And that means I have achieved my final goal. Like, this is it. There's, I win because they will be here for years talking.
Dude, I want to ask you, how the hell is the freaking YouTube channel going? Like, are you getting any subscribers? Can I go to your live right now?
Yeah, just type in John Kitover and you can go watch terrorists actually saying that October 7th was legitimate, was a good thing. It was a military, they claim it was a military operation. They don't even say it was terrorism. That's the type of assholes we're dealing with on this app. And the worst thing is I've come to the conclusion that even entertaining these people in conversation is a total waste of time because they don't come here with respect. They just, you see, this app is the worst thing ever created because it allows people to literally be the worst that they can possibly be and get away with it. It's horrible.
Dude, I'm seeing you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including the one I'm looking for, YouTube channels. What the fuck?
Oh, there's more than that. There's like 50 YouTube accounts. But right now I actively have about 16 phones live streaming 4 different Clubhouse rooms, including this room and my ball dome in my other office. But I have 5 actual recording studios now, recording Clubhouse. And the most amazing thing is it doesn't stop. As soon as I get up, and the coolest thing is I figured out a way that as soon as a room closes, my auto clicker immediately opens a new room so the live stream always has content. But the thing is, these rooms go all day, 24 hours, they never stop. People will see, that's the scary thing and the sad thing, is that losers will sit there the whole day talking about what is a woman, the whole fucking day. And it's like, I can't believe it. The whole fucking, from as soon as I got up to now, they're still talking about the same topic. The fuck?
Pepe here in one of the freaking thumbnails. Pepe is on you. Oh, no way.
Pepe? Yeah, Pepe is.
I've seen it on one of the thumbnails.
Pepe is in a lot of my videos because he's here quite a bit.
Pepe's cool.
He's funny, like, but at the same time, he's also a horrible human being, and he's really stupid.
Yeah.
He makes the most egregious, disgusting statements, total vulgar, total profanity, and I honestly think he's probably homicidal / suicidal. He has said the worst, dumbest things I've ever heard. You know, he would be up in the top 10 for stupid people, but I don't know if you know what chillism is and Nathan, the artist, but he is the dumbest person I have ever heard about. Today he sat there with Sugar Belly and kept going back and forth. Sugar Belly, gender and sex are two different things. And if you a woman, and even Andrew R., the supposed Christian on this app, he fucking, I can't believe these people. Anyways, they are useful idiots. But if you actually engage with them, that makes you their useful idiot. So just disengage with these people. You got to understand, this app is a tractor beam. It is like moths to a candle. And myself and other, you can
attracts the worst people. Like, I cannot disagree on that.
Yep.
But John, like, how are you like I'm assuming you're making money out of, like, you know, your YouTube recordings.
No, I'm not, but I'm approaching that point, and I'm gonna actually, after this election is over, which I'm not gonna win, I'm gonna rebrand everything once the election is over.
Are you dead ass fucking running for Congress?
I'm a write-in candidate. Yeah, they kicked me off the ballot because I didn't have enough signatures after the challenges. But do you realize that it is almost impossible to actually get on a ballot, because when you run, you have to get signatures on a petition, and every single signature can be challenged. And guess what that means? You have to go to their home and get a second signature and get an affidavit that they signed your first petition. So they can kick anybody off at any time. It's very difficult to get on a ballot because the lawyers and the judges and all these other people who aren't even like running challenge you and they kick you off. It's a racket, and it's unconstitutional. It's a scam. That's why we have the problems we have, because we keep electing these fugazi liars that just lie. They never say one truth.
Tip of the iceberg, John.
Oh my God.
Tip of the iceberg.
It is the tip of the iceberg. It is. It's the tip of the iceberg. If you keep going lower, I mean, it gets even worse. You get the Maria Abramoviches, the spirit cookers, and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and Wiener's laptop. Do you realize that Huma Abedin married George Soros' son, not because she loves him, but because she's blackmailing him? And he's the dumbest schmuck in the world. He takes photos with all of these celebrity politicians. This dumb fuck has created, if you look at his Instagram, you basically know who every enemy is. Anybody who associates with Alex Soros is the enemy. And even people who don't want to take photos with him, they're always like, I'm not sure I want to be in your selfie Instagram account. Anyways.
Dude, John, like, if you go down the rabbit hole deep down enough, like I went, guess where you're going to find yourself at? Here.
All
right, that's enough.
No, there's good people on this app. The sad thing is, it's just like, I've spent many years on this app and many years live streaming myself. And
why is that though?
Because of my disdain and my hatred for the dumb people here, and I just want to mock people because I hate these people here, that they choose to come here to waste all their time talking about the dumbest shit. And you can prove it by going into any room and introducing any topic, and the whole room will shift to that topic for hours. So
almost every room here in Clubhouse is ratchet as fuck.
Ratchet?
Yes.
Yeah, it is a black culture app, and
yes.
But honestly, you know what I really like about Black America, African Americans, is that when there's like a woke room, see, the great thing about this app is at the perfect moment when you need somebody to speak up against the stupidity, it's like a black guy who's got like the spirit of God in him and just just makes fun of everybody, then they can't make fun of him because he's black. And so they're like very respectful of the black guy that hates them and thinks they're stupid, and they give him a pass, but they don't give the white guy a pass. So what does that tell you? Don't entertain any fool in your life, because this is the game of life. It's just, but I love it when a black guy, a conservative, spiritual African-American, just roasts these people, and they can't, and they fight back, but they're the weakest and most pathetic. And I don't know if you go to this Andrew R room, but there's always these like Eastern European trans advocates, like Sasha, etc. They're so annoying. It's unbelievable. I hate non-native English speakers. That's what I have come to the conclusion of. So technically, a country is a group of people that talk the same way, sound the same. If you don't sound like me or you don't sound like an American, I hate you. That's what I've come to the conclusion of. I hate you.
Know what? I've actually had that thought, like when in 7-Eleven. Mind you, I'm not a racist, but like I do feel that like that anger when I'm at 7-Eleven and like the person either doesn't know English or Spanish because I speak Spanish. Like if it's like, dude, I don't know if they're racist, but it's just like, yes, if they don't speak English, like it does kind of like trigger my racism, but I'm not racist.
In the real world, I don't really care that much. Like, I just want to move quickly. I'm not going to give an opinion to everything. But on this app, I do give opinions to, because if I'm talking, I'm usually giving an opinion. But anyways, I'm just glad, like, the past 24 hours has been great because, like, I have actually, like, shifted my recording operation to a different area of my house so I don't have to hear these people. But I find myself still checking my phone to confirm that the live stream is still running, because a lot of these people get smart and they try to play copyrighted music on me, and like that will kill my YouTube channel. And but they forget about it, and out of sight, out of mind. I want to disappear and just keep recording these people for as long as I can until it becomes a commercial success and I can monetize, and then I will truly be the happiest, like, funny, like it will be like God confirmed my suspicion and was like, here's your cash.
How long have you been doing this for, though?
Too long, but I think a lot of it is marketing and branding. Like, I can see the problem with a lot of people is they spend too much time creating content, but they're not spending time on the marketing. And so I think once this campaign election is over, if I rebrand everything, if I call it like, I love social audio or social audio world or whatever, like if I rebrand it, when somebody randomly comes to my YouTube account, there's a greater chance that they will click subscribe or like because it's branded properly, etc. But it's a challenge, and people leave because it's so stupid. It's incredible though, because like, I could just give you a sample of any room quickly and you'd be like, yeah, what is wrong with people? Is this what people are? I think that like America has essentially collapsed. Like, we have been completely invaded. Like, look at Harry's PTR. It's just, oh my God, it's terrifying to know that we live with so many complainers that hate America, that live every day talking about Trump, TDS. Like, that's all they have. That's not what leadership is. Like, leadership doesn't attack and cast opinions about other people. Anyways, Richard.
Like I said, I get it, John, because I feel the same way. But then again, how do we get rid of the real problem?
The mystery? The mystery of Muhammad?
No, how do we get rid of stupidity in people? We can.
People choose to be frivolous. But see, the thing is, I don't really care if people waste all their time and are stupid. I just want to make money from them. I want to monetize them to their dismay, because if I can actually monetize them, and then they find out that I have monetized them, like they're gonna be furious. Like they're gonna say, "Why the fuck is this motherfucker making money?" That's what they always say.
Can you bring Frankie up real quick?
Who?
You definitely say something about this. Frankie, which line coming up, brother? How you doing, bud? Your brother.
Hey, brother. That's what they like to say on Clubhouse. Hey, brother.
How you doing, Frankie? Long time no see.
First time, long time. Doing good, Rich. Doing good, brother. Listening in. Love a good rebrand. I've been in the comments, actually. I just rebranded about like July. And before that, I had the company for like 5 years. So much rap for doing everything I love with it. And you're right. A lot of the content, a lot of content distribution. But just putting out the content, where's it going? Who's it going to? How you're getting out there? How you get what? Let me give you a little chicken nugget here, Lord.
Desert Martini.
Thanks for having me, by the way.
Garlic. Oh.
This is what I always tell people. Is the first thing I tell people, like early on when they're starting to, they're trying to create the ideas and the brainstorm, is get your pen and paper in front of you, and you're like, what's the first thing I'm gonna put on the paper? The date, my name, dear diary. No, this is what you're gonna put down. What is going to separate you from everybody else? It's one of the things I always tell people is, and then when you start thinking about that, you start thinking about what everybody else is doing. Now, what everybody else is doing, a majority of the time, is some things that will have to be done, whether it be just a social media post, stuff like that. But what are we putting out there, and who are we getting the eyes on? What are the hashtags? I mean, I do things a little differently, like with like besides like social media posts like that, like the podcast that I have, very popular. I'm very grateful to be able to have a really good platform to where the marketing kind of I don't want to say it does itself, but it took 4 or 5 years in order to be able to rebrand into something more successful than when it was like officially launched. Because being so involved, and when I'm involved in the hockey community. Playing 20 years. I was right with the NHL for a few years. So the photography, shooting photos of the Flyers, and then just building those connections within just the business mindset. You wrap that all into one, and that's where Triple Bucks Media came. And we you see my picture right there. That's the first team that we put in, Triple Bucks hockey team. It's all within the brand. So they're even just marketing from just wearing a jersey. And what we do for sponsorships and marketing, especially with the showcase that we have coming up in June, shout out Hollydale, Ice Arena. I think about these kind of things because it's hard, dude. It's hard. I mean, the content is actually the easy part. Once you have the vision, the different things that you're doing, and but getting it out there and doing different things of getting yourself out there. Like what we do is we'll throw like a logo. I'm doing an email right now. So one of our new sponsors for the showcase. We have our logo going on one of the jerseys. I mean, the players are going to wear. So, and then plus we're doing photo work, video work, and for that company, for that brand, she's a real estate agent. She's a good friend. She sold my old house, and then we bought this one. She did a little double doozy. But she does little videos and stuff like that. But then when her and I were talking, she's like, what? I love that idea. Put my logo on one of the hockey jerseys. Now you're going into a world that she's not necessarily involved in, but she's gonna have a different set of eyes on her. My last real estate agent that I actually did work for, but that I actually brought in and did a sponsorship with her. I locked her in for 4 months. Dude, she sold 3 properties. I was nothing wrong with. I also work in real estate too, so. With all that being said, love a good rebrand. If you're thinking about it, you got it. Then you're gonna do it. What I mean by you're gonna do it is you're already thinking about it. The juice is already flowing. You're gonna start getting those ideas down on paper, and all of a sudden it's all just gonna come. You're gonna be like, holy shit, I have a brand in front of me. There's anything, and I'll just throw it out there. Hopefully, I'm sure Rich will vouch. I always try to help people and guide people whenever I can. Same to you, Lord. Obviously, so you.
Thanks, yeah.
Don't hesitate to reach out and brainstorm a couple ideas. I'll bring in the StreamYard, we'll do a little virtual. and we'll just bounce those ideas off each other. And it was some insight. Remember, we're just been in the stream before. We've had a little conversation and just bullshit, of course. But yeah, dude, I love a good replay. If there's anything I can do to help, don't hesitate.
Yeah,
by the way, good thing Rich was in here because I came in because Rich was in here, so I guess it worked out for all of us. Big Daddy Rich. Big Daddy. I love you for a smile on the side with a little flow of hair. Good God. that beard is actually my guy. But yeah, man, whatever I can do, dude, I'll give you my.
Well, click that link above. That's a YouTube account live streaming Chillism right now. And, you actually have a category, which is a sport called hockey. I have a category called retards. I find retards on Clown House. That problem with the thing is you got an industry, I have basically found brain rot, and it's very difficult to monetize brain rot because first off, everything that people say here is so vulgar and profane, it's almost impossible to monetize it. So you got to be very careful of what people are saying. Otherwise, YouTube will give you a community guideline strike and take you down.
So what you just did right there, what you said, excuse me, talking about the old dumb heads, and talking about them and stuff like that. Well, people love drama. I mean, I'm not sure what your your concept and the YouTube channel and what we have going on here, whether it's politics or whether it may be, just talking, just gossiping. Like my hockey show, yeah, I would talk hockey. But keep in mind, I don't talk NHL, so I have a sport and stuff like that. But I surround it around the local hockey community. So my background as a writer, sure. I mean, that helped grow it. And I still have support and stuff like that, connection, but more or less on a connection base. But the people that were, showing watching my stuff or reading my stuff when I was a writer, not saying that they're long gone. I'm sure some they still follow the show and stuff like that. And actually, that's why Bucks Media actually opened up a blog portal on this site to finally get back into that swing of things with writing. Because once again, get some sponsors and stuff like that. Now you got their logo on your articles, and you never know what can happen. But yeah, man, just talk it up. Even if it is a little controversy. When I first started my show, it was the Frank the Tank show, and it was kind of based off a gym room is burning with that one-man show, hot take, debates, little controversy, just not caring, arguing with the audience respectfully, good debates, and that's kind of what really grew it. And dude, if I look at my block list right now on fucking X, my God. I remember I'll give you a short story about the fucking Stugats, the fucking idiots out there. I wrote this bar when I first got into it. I got into it I can't remember exactly what month it was, but February was coming around, and Black History Month, and I went to cover some African American players that played hockey with the Flyers, and I covered them. And one guy was Ray Emery, who was Canadian, so I refer to him as an African American in the article. And let me tell you something. This lady fucking chewed me out because I didn't call him a Canadian American and I called him an African American, and she fucking tagged every station around, dude. I was like, this idiot, this little
is that better?
Idiot.
Is my head still shining?
Before, which made no sense, but just for people out there, just fucking dum-dums. You just take advantage of them, but utilize them. Just go back and forth with them, dude. You know what I mean? And when a question for you though, when you mentioned the idiots that are on Clubhouse and stuff like that, monetization, what is how are they relevant with each other? Are we utilizing Clubhouse and the people on here in order to gain the monetization? And what the fuck is what is your channel or content or brand right now?
Yeah, just click the link above. It's all branded as John Kitover for Congress, and the election is March 17th for the primary, and I'm not on the ballot, so I'm not going to win the primary, but I'm just going to rebrand probably multiple brands. And it's funny is this app should do you know who owns this app? I think it's Reid Hoffman, right? Who's in the Epstein files that claims he was cleared by the FBI.
Mr. Clubhouse, that's what I would call it. I have no idea.
Well, anyways, it's hard to monetize stupidity. I think that's what I've come to the conclusion. But I'm actually, this is the other thing that I'm going to be working on is I have a very large book collection, and I'd like to read these books, on YouTube, and even hire people to come into my recording studios to read some of these rare books and create them into, books or audiobooks, I suppose. And a lot of this is search engine optimization because, like, right now, I mean, nobody searches for John Kitover, but if I have the titles of the books and the authors and keywords associated to that book, there's a greater chance that, I will get traffic and views based on the keyword search. So that's, also what I'll be working on. But as like a free source of content, because like when you go to my YouTube Live, you see a cell phone and it's very addictive. You can go to the gym and people aren't even working out. They're just looking at their cell phone. So the cell phone is the modern cigarette. People can't put it down. They won't put it down. And people will go to the grave holding their cell phone, talking to it. And this app just shows you how stupid the brain is unless you can control it. And, that's also one of the reasons why I want to read books, is because I want to become more intelligent. I want to control my mind. I want to control what I'm listening to. I want to control what I'm saying. And, that's what nobody on this app has, is peace of mind or awareness. Yeah, awareness that, anyways, it's just, I don't hate people here, but I really like making fun of them because they're so worthy of mockery. The premise is that the more you think, the more you speak, the further from the truth you get. And so therefore, every time people open their mouth on this app, they're not meditating. And that's my biggest complaint against all these Free Palestine people, is they're not part of like a peace movement. They're not hippies, teaching meditation.
Rich, we got to introduce him like the wine, Eileen. God, the content you would get from them too. Yeah,
dude.
Them too. 100%.
100%.
Dude. Why would crash out? Don't talk about Biden. He's a good man. He was a good man. Like, you don't even fucking know him, brother.
People died on multiple hills today for trans right activists and the word trans itself. And it's like, I can't believe people put so much energy into these debates about words and word definitions. That's all people are doing is, you don't understand the word. It's just like, I can't believe how stupid people are.
John, just look at how society is. Look at the world before the internet. If it weren't for the internet, I mean, I'm not saying I'm 100% woke from the Matrix, but yeah, thanks to the internet, I guess I'm like sort of woke to the reality of things. But the world has always been like this. There's always been
No, it hasn't. No, if you were trans in ancient Rome, you were just a faggot in the street. But now you get special rights and privileges and special content.
I'm talking about stupidity, the stupidity of people, like, the beehive mentality, like the stupidness of ignorance, like as an ass, it's just like that whole, like.
See, my criticism is prioritization, meaning that, like, if your priority is to talk about Free Palestine 24/7, like, is that really on the top of your list for your life? Is that really what the hill you want to die on? It's just pathetic. It's pathetic. People aren't talking about. I'm just disappointed. But I'm not disappointed. It's just like coming to the realization that 99% of everything you hear is stupid. And like even P. Diddy, like look at all these people that just love Diddy music and Jay-Z music and Beyonce music. And now you know the truth about Diddy. It's like the thing is all communication is hypnosis. And so much of the content that we have received sucks. And it's always sucked. But because of this like special status that these people have because of racial identity something, it's like everything is.
They gotta keep us. What's it called? Docile, dude. What happened when people like back then, before the media, before TV, bro, before TV, like before World War II, which is like the last time like someone fucking retaliated back at the government or whatever. In a way. That's up and fucking fight. Right now, whatever goes, and guess what? The people fucking don't do anything. Why? Because they keep us docile. That's the beauty of propaganda. Look it up. I went into the Matrix rabbit hole for this, bro. You can't say dick about the Jews because guess what, bro? Ooh, you're anti-Semitic. And guess what, bro? They weaponized that. I'm not saying that the Jews are the whole problem. No, but they definitely learned how to weaponize whatever they...
Yeah, but that's just politics. That's just politics. But people can't accurately describe politics. They don't understand that Judaism is political.
Think about it. Any wrongdoing, like in the country, and you know why? Because we become docile.
It's not docile. It's the fact that you can't really do much about it because, like I described before, if you want to run for Congress, if you want to run for the Senate, you can't even get on the fucking ballot. So the whole thing is a scam. It's a fix.
Okay. So you know it's a scam. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I criticize and complain about people that complain, but I feel that just improving myself is how I improve the world. And like, if you have that type of an attitude, you won't let these losers on this app waste your time. You will actually just try. Like I said, I have essentially walled off access to my brain with all of these low IQ speakers. I want to record them because I really hate them and I want to monetize them. It's a challenge. This is like a game that I'm playing, but other people aren't even playing this game because they're that low level of game players. Like, they will create these rooms until they die. Like Nathan the artist, Andrew R., all of these people, there's basically 5 to 6 mega rooms that never stop and run 24 hours a day. And, there's an opportunity there to record these people because there is no copyright, and people claim, oh, you don't have my permission. Oh, okay, bitch, you're in a public square. I don't need your fucking permission. And if you got a problem with it, sue me. But you're not going to sue me because you don't even have the money to sue me. And I don't even have the money to give you if you win a lawsuit. So the whole thing is stupid. Anyways, Joanne, welcome to Marketing 101, Clubhouse YouTube monetization of you.
Joanne, what's up, Joanne? This is fucking outrage. Holy shit.
Just for points of information and not an opinion, I've been to court like 12 times and I've won 11, and it was always pro se. So, and the rule of thumb when you go to court is you can have a bad case and win, and you can have a good case and lose. So I don't know what the rules are regarding anything, but if you get some whippersnapper, all right, that's got my kind of personality that decides to do something, you then are going to have to pay to hire a lawyer if you're not the type to take something pro se. It's a lot of work to take something pro se. It's massive.
Yeah, I've represented myself pro se in election court, and it's a lot. I have a trial coming up worth $20,000. I'm representing myself pro se. It's unemployment insurance through the state, which they have denied me for almost 2 fucking years, and I finally have the trial coming up soon. I'm probably going to lose it, which sucks, but we'll see.
No, don't say that because just keep in the back of your mind the paradigm of a lawyer is somebody that's afraid to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can play into that fear, it's kind of like when you're playing tennis. If you can get him to be more afraid of you than you are of him.
Well, the opposing attorney would be my former manager, who actually showed up at the last hearing, and he hates my guts, and that's why he showed up. He threatened to punch me in the throat if I ever returned to work, and I filed an EEOC complaint, and I actually also have another trial coming up worth over $200,000 with an EEOC administrative judge.
Because it just happens. Some people don't go to. It depends on whether you let people do something to you. I mean, I didn't want to end up going to court, but I was in the garment district. I had my own business, and people didn't pay me sometimes.
Lord, would you say that you're sue happy?
No, I'm not. These are just small things that have happened because of employment. Like I worked at the IRS for 5 years.
He has every right to bring that case. I mean, if I would bring it, I would have brought it.
Yeah, my manager called me a whore, and then the senior manager said if I go back to work, he's going to punch me in the throat. And these are federal employees working at the IRS, making, threats of violence against me as an employee. It's like, it's unbelievable how, these people are the luckiest fuckers in the world getting paid for by the taxpayers, not even doing real work and spending billions of dollars. Like our budget in the business unit that I worked in has literally billions every year, over $2 billion a year just in one territory. And the whole thing is a shakedown operation. I mean, we are living in a blackmail type society where you will comply or you will die. Comply or die.
I didn't read this until after all my cases were over. I wish I had read it before. Judges are very, very insecure people. So they said when you go before a judge, you should see them as something a teddy bear.
You should what? Treat him like a teddy bear?
No, treat him like the judges are very insecure people. In other words, think about who would want to become a judge. All right, and so they said you should see them as somebody clutching a teddy bear. And when you speak to them, you should speak to them like like they're doing that. So in other words, speak to them very gently, very calmly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there you are. What happened? She said she was gonna. I didn't say I'm coming back in 5 or 10 minutes. And I mean,
I said I don't know whether it would be 5 minutes or 20 minutes.
Okay, everything okay?
Yeah, I just my system decided to shriek at me, so.
I think when Alex decided it was time to go to bed, I think he closed the room. I didn't realize.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, because I was surprised because all of a sudden it's like, wait, where'd the room go?
Oh, really?
And poor Andy. I mean, he didn't even say, "Oh, I'm going to close the room." He said, "I'm going to go. I'm going to go to bed." But he probably didn't realize because I never kept the green tea, so he probably didn't realize I could have kept the room or that I wanted.
No, he's Alex. He doesn't think of other people.
Oh,
that's not
true. That's great.
That's not true. So you can manipulate if you wanted to. You can manipulate the living daylights out of Alex. And Frankie.
Yeah, me too.
Who's Lord?
It's a legend. I think you'll love him. Lord was this actually. Where the hell did Rich go?
Who?
This is Lord's room.
Oh, it's your room?
No. This was an Israel-Palestine room that I was made the mod in because everybody had enough of it for the day.
Yeah.
But if you click the YouTube link above, you can look at my YouTube channel where I am live streaming one of the dumbest rooms on Clubhouse. And I challenge you to, confirm whether or not it is the dumbest room you've ever heard in your life.
I do not enjoy stuff like that, so I'll pass.
All right, I'm going to go to the
There you go, Lord.
Frankie, how are you feeling?
All right.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, he was talking about legality, and I did want to. That's why I came in the room was to see how you were doing.
I saw Rich in here earlier. I saw the room that you guys were in earlier, but.
Well, you came in and then left right away.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who was in there. I was on my phone. I was in the office.
There was nobody in there. It was just me, Joanne, Alex, or John, and Andy.
Yeah, what did you speak to John? What happened to John? He disappeared.
I'm guessing when he went to pick up his pictures that he hadn't seen that woman since he came back, and they're probably having lunch or something together.
Oh, okay. How do I send this to myself?
I mean, I'm starting to feel like if John doesn't talk to me every day, there's something wrong with the universe.
Jesus Christ, that's dependency right there.
he's been on some rooms, thank God.
Yeah.
But he's also been calling me.
Oh, that's nice.
It's just weird.
Well, he's new and he doesn't know anybody in his new neighborhood.
Let me get this.
Oh, he's got a lot of friends there. That's why I don't understand why he's calling me.
Maybe he loves you.
Well, I mean, it's nice because at least,
Let me get this.
well, I don't have anybody here that I talk with really, so,
No, I know everybody's pretty much disappeared. It's horrifying.
Well,
even Wyatt hasn't been on the past couple of days, or is, I haven't caught Wyatt.
Oh no, Wyatt comes on really late these days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I said. Maybe I just didn't catch him because I've been sleeping very weird.
Oh, now I see my little medal again. This is so strange.
You've got so much karma, Eileen.
I know. It's ripping out of my pores.
Yeah, you must. My going into the audience thing is back. Isn't that crazy? I went to go see if I had a karma thing, and I was like, oh my God, my audience thing is back.
Wow, that's cool.
Oh God, I'm so happy.
So, Frankie, did you say you're feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm right there. Yeah, it's not like every day I have actually feeling it right now. I was at work today. That wasn't the best. I was stuck in the bathroom a couple times. And I texted my boss actually. I was like, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm in the bathroom. Just in case you notice I'm going for my computer for a while. I'm gonna
Oh, that's hysterical. I would do that every time you go in there.
Yeah, but
yeah, because he's being an asshole.
Well, this is my supervisor. She just started actually never from a previous firm. But yeah, no, I have a nice conversation coming back with her on Monday. I had a meeting there for an hour and a half. My supervisor and my manager, but yeah, they're in for a little bit of a rude awakening because everyone went to HR.
All right, so I'm in the top 5%, but I don't get a badge.
No, other people can see your badge if you can't see it.
Really?
Yeah. Can you see hers, Frankie?
I don't think I have a badge.
Let's see a badge.
No, you get a badge. It just is not always visible. As someone else said, they launched the feature before they made sure it was working correctly.
Because from Android. Oh, forget it. It's going to be like, 2 years before I get it. Well, anyway, it says I'm in the top 5%. Let me see what the criterion is. Did they actually tell you
Wait. Can you see what percent I'm in? Because I cannot.
Okay, let me see. No. I can see what percent I'm in. I can see my score. Well, don't you have your score? Do you have your score?
No.
All right, I'll tell you. Okay, all right. I'll tell you because you're I can see you're in the top 1%. So I can tell you how many votes you have because I have the list. For some reason, that's on mine.
How many what?
How many votes? I don't know what they are. The votes or something. I just saw it. Whatever it is. I don't know. I just saw it before. Points, not points. I had 1,400 points. And to get into, say, the top 4%, I would need 1,500. But now it went away. That's weird. Oh, there it is. It's right there. It said, go to your thing, and right below move to audience is something that will tell you what your karma, how many karma votes you have.
Above it?
No, below it.
Oh, not seeing it.
I can go look at yours again now that I know where it is. And for some reason it says, I've got a 4-leaf clover. So I don't know what you got. But when I went to my thing, it says you're calmer, and then there's a 4-leaf clover. It says I have 1,421 points.
Nope, don't see any of that.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I need 178 points to get to the top 2%. And you're in the top 1%, so you would have you have 1,965 points.
Well, let me know when they monetize it.
Karma reflects the positive value you bring to Clubhouse, which is flexible or fighting with people. That's not true, actually. The only person I really fight with is you. I mean, because I'm usually debating Alex.
Right.
I'm not usually fighting with him. There's a difference. To other people listening, they might think we're fighting, but we're not. Top contributors have higher karma, build trust, and unlock more. What increases my karma? You gain karma through genuine constructive participation, including spending time listening in rooms. Well, that's where I got mine.
Oh, I figured mine was because I always yell at Frankie.
Yup, I was about to say, I was waiting for it to be like, just yell, just absolutely yell.
Speaking meaningfully, hosting or moderating, that's not me, conversations people pay for, receiving positive reactions from engaged listeners, showing up to scheduled rooms, staying constantly active over time, inviting people who join and participate. Oh, I'll finish this and then I'll tell you. Participating in houses and community spaces, writing and maintaining a thoughtful profile, growing your friend network, filing legitimate trust and safety reports. Okay, so that's the criteria. That's pretty cool. All right, now I got this great thing. It's originally, remember when I tried to have that drinking game in your room? Because you'd be perfect to have a drinking game with. Because, every time you say block, I mean, that would have been perfect. And you ruined my night, But, it was brought up that we should have taking antihistamine, my brain isn't there. But anyway, Ethan wants to have a drinking game room. So I didn't realize I had actually asked ChatGPT for some drinking games for photography. So I have a whole list of potential drinking games, which are really cool. So the idea is like somebody picks a topic, say they pick trees or something like that. You got to post a picture of a tree. And if you don't have a picture of a tree, you got to take a drink. Or they have things like, they have other suggestions like, somebody comes up with a technical word for something in photography, and then it goes to you next, and you have to come up with a word, and goes to the other person next, and obviously
you do. Okay, so let me just bring you up to date. There's been 2 or 3 rooms lately in which everybody's complaining about drunks in here.
No, this is a drinking game. You don't get drunk.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's sort of like, it's more about punking the person. I mean, Alex could be there drinking coffee. You can drink apple juice. It's a drinking game. The idea is like, you lose. It doesn't have to be booze.
Okay.
And no, actually, for somebody to get drunk, you have to be at something like 0.2 alcohol or something. That's a lot of drink. I mean, if you figure if you're taking a sip of a drink, because when they say take a drink, they didn't say drink the whole thing.
Well, aren't you supposed to drink a shot? What's the game we used to play anyway?
You can be drinking a shot of a drink that you make. And, you could put a shot glass there and pour some Bloody Mary in the shot glass.
Bloody Mary.
I love the Bloody Mary.
Yeah, can we? That's you saying this to someone who can't eat, drink whatever tomato juice. Remember?
Yes, we can make you a nice little Shirley Temple, and you can still join.
Wow, Wyatt hasn't been on for 19 hours.
Yeah, I need to get some rest. Maybe reflect on his behavior recently.
What do you mean? He's not in a good. He's not in a good mind, Frankie. I was going to talk to you about that. You gotta. Sometimes when somebody gets cross or something like that, and they got a lot of things going on in their life, you kind of have to say to yourself, "Oh, this poor guy's got a lot of things going on in his life."
No, it's his mother. That's
I will. Because, but that being like, I just not for the I do all the time, but there comes a point where, there's a difference between being kind and like getting taken advantage of, and taking my kindness for weakness. And Eileen, how often do I have this little rant that I have here? Every 2-3 months usually about him.
Well, what do you do now?
But you solved the problem you had with him.
I don't understand.
The stuff.
Still here.
Oh, that's.
Was he supposed to come get it?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. I gave him a deadline of February 10th.
Well, but how is he supposed to come get it when he doesn't own a car? And
how is that my fault or my problem?
Well, is he still paying you?
My house.
Wait, is he still paying you?
I don't want. I made him. Yeah, he has to. I mean, fucking right. Yeah, total shit's going on.
Fine. You said you don't want the money, then send it to me because I just had to borrow $1,000 from a friend of mine.
Yeah, well, this is how a friend that you get $1,000 from, but I don't. It's not. I don't care about it. I mean, it's not about. It's not. It doesn't go to me.
Well, just. But it's wait. The stuff isn't in your way, right?
Yes, it is. I've put off getting certain furniture because I have no room in the shed. It's been over a year.
You're not getting what furniture? I know. You're putting up what furniture?
I'm putting off getting other stuff for my house that I want to put in there. I don't know how I have to explain this. Really.
Well, all right. But,
right? Is this my house when I pay for this house?
Okay. Just.
You did. He can.
How much time am I supposed to give him? And then and then he's dictating how long he's going to keep it here.
Okay. Obviously.
How he made, and then offer me and then oh dude, I'm going to try to find a place so it's not so much travel for you and for it's not so much physical labor. I'm like, dude, are you saying that I'm helping you move it, or what do you? Is that what you're trying to say, or should I ask you?
Okay, look, Frankie. He obviously, from all the time I've known him, has a motivation problem. Okay. He's always going to do something, and look, I can list like 5 or 10 things that he hasn't done anything with.
I know.
But now, because of his mother, he may have to move again.
He's not moving anytime soon.
Don't be so sure about that.
I am sure because I talked to Rico.
So?
Rico lives for
You take donations from Trump supporters or Republican donors.
I have gotten the impression they don't talk very much or very deeply.
Do you currently accept community contributions from APAC or from those that are longtime supporters of APAC?
You can't ask me questions like that. I don't look.
I'm not looking for an answer. They're rhetorical.
But I am very confused because when I've asked Rico if Wyatt lives in his place, the answer I've gotten is no.
He's in the basement.
I'm so confused.
There's something confused about.
You take
Rico's living with Wyatt?
No, Rico has a place and why it's supposedly there. Yeah. But when I've asked, I've been told he lives near him, but not in the same place.
It's in the basement. Yeah, because why would anybody know that?
Juliana. Fuck Trump.
Well,
maybe Rico can help you because I mean, all you have to do is find a storage place that'll pick the shit up. No, because there's storage places that'll pick the shit up, and then just you're gonna have to tell them. It's like you got to get it out of here.
He already is. And then he just tries to dictate how much longer it's going to be here.
Listen,
and then they're coming to get it. But dude, like I can't be like, I'm not going through some health issues right now. What am I supposed to bring my shit down there?
Frankie.
He's well aware of this. He's well aware of all this stuff. So like, for him to like not even give like possibly know that like I'm gonna have it he's okay with that.
Wait, are you possibly getting riled about the situation because of your health stuff is making you more or less patient?
No, he's been.
Joanne, I'm asking Frankie.
No, I said
Don't
no.
answer for him.
I said no.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Frankie, I had a friend once.
I'm surprised that the stuff is still there. All you have to just go home with a van and a storage place, and there's the story.
Frankie,
It's expensive.
I had a friend once who said to me, "Hey, come help me move." I picked up all his stuff, put it in my SUV, and then I asked his friend who picked some stuff out of his garage. I said, "That's really nice of you to let him live with you." He says, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Isn't he moving in with you?" And then my friend looks at me. He says, "Can I live with you?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, that's how it was when the fucking movie truck got here. And I wasn't even in it. Fucking the stuff was stolen. I had to go through all the. I had like all the guys for to put the stuff out and then FaceTime so you could tell them what was staying with me. Like it was so fucking mayhem. And that was the first time I got like a real taste of what like why like outside of clubhouse. Because there was a real life situation. And I learned a lot. And I still continue a lot. I don't embarrass anyone here, but I very well could.
That's like storage is expensive in New York.
Yeah.
It's expensive in Boston, but I can get a truck for
that's literally what's happening.
$9 in East Stroudsburg.
Taking my kindness for weakness, man. You should see some of the messages I had to send in. People just ignore me for days when I tell them. And then I have to get fucking real tough with them. And tell him, like, dude, you are making the biggest mistake of your life fucking with me, dude. And then he says something. The other night when I was in here, or 2 nights ago, I was fucking pissed off at him because he didn't respond. And I saw him on here, and I listened to him talk, act like buddy. And I'm like, dude, what do you like, dude, you understand what you're doing? It's like, I texted him, I was like, you want to do this right now, dude? And then he fucking started, text me back.
Frankie, I had a long talk with him the other night about the situation with his mother. And I made some logical, helpful suggestions to him. And he hasn't done anything.
He's not gonna. He just bought like a fridge. It was usually like Rico's fridge. Like, I can go on and on. Trust me. I'm not gonna say it, but I know I still haven't met the things. How close he always talks about how we are, and like vice versa. I would have met him by now, right? No, dude. No, that hasn't even happened. I'm doing him a favor. And like, I've given him over a month and a half of a deadline, February 10th, dude. Like, why do I have to be dictated of when it's gonna leave my house? Like, this is like my house, and you don't have to really say what's up. Like, no, dude, no. The lines should be drawn. Boundaries are crossed. I was very nice, very nice. I just have to take her for 6 months for nothing. I said, dude, I was like, listen, I'll work with you. You need to keep it here, and this is what we're gonna do. Like, he's only made 4 payments. It's not like he's paying so much money, and it's nothing. Trust me, I'm just not doing it for absolutely nothing. I really don't feel like a fucking piece of shit for fucking being taken advantage of.
Well, it's like, it's called a man with a van.
You get what I'm saying, Wendy. Hold on, George. I forgot to you understand where I'm coming from, right?
I understand where you're coming from, but I'm starting to realize that Wyatt is a lot more broken than we think.
Maybe so, but he's just lazy.
I don't think it's lazy.
It is.
I think it's a combination of things. The level of stress that he's been showing about his mother, and I'm not trying to judge people, but 100% of the people that I know that have to take care of their parents have gone through the exact same thing. I've done a lot of counseling with we used to call it the sandwich generation, except that Wyatt doesn't have his own kids. This is a 60-year-old person who's never been married.
Okay.
That's a big issue.
Yeah.
Well,
look, maybe because of his character.
Yeah.
Exactly. He never gets off his ass and completes anything.
Or starts anything.
What?
Or even start anything.
Well, he started that fight. I love it when people ask him what he does and he tells them about his financial channel.
Yeah, there's one
video in there in 3 years.
There's an intro. He needs to stop that shit too. Like, he doesn't do anything.
He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a car.
Yeah, break your settlement. Why don't you go out and why do you go to friends? You always talk about how he's one of your close friends. Why don't you go up and those two? And he tells me he's just like, oh, I got stuff I gotta do.
Before you bury, all right, I understand everything that you're saying. Yes, he's under far more stress. That's why I was saying to Frankie, because I did notice he's very stressed. But I didn't know that he was keeping the boxes there, because that's the real simple thing. You go on Craigslist, it's called Man with a Van, and they'll come and they'll pick up the ship and they'll take it to storage and end of the story. Or if you have to take them to small claims court, they have to take small claims court.
No,
a thing for court. I mean,
right down to the curb. They'll go right to the curb.
Is somebody can talk and talk and talk, but as soon as they get this notice, all right, you don't have to take them. You just have to show them that you're willing to.
But do you realize that's your first solution for every problem that somebody has in here?
It is, because this is a big problem. That case has been in his house for 6 months.
A year.
And it's like it's at the point where the friendship's not there. It's a year. I mean, that's not a friend. Somebody that takes advantage of somebody for a year. That's a friend that you have to worry about. Do you know how many times you take somebody to small claims court and then you're friends again afterwards? Then what do you think the courts are there for?
They're not there to handle interpersonal disputes.
Of course they are.
That is not the way to handle life.
I mean, I get her point. I mean, I guarantee you, if I send him a demand letter, he would fucking have his stuff out of here.
This is not an interpersonal dispute. This is his property that he's got his property on.
That's the point.
Frankie.
That's his property. That's his property.
It's the fact that he ignores me too. It won't ignore me. Remember when you told him, hey, did you call Frankie today? Sure, you said you were home. And then he's like, yeah. And then he stopped and he said no. And I said to him before I got off, I was like, yeah, dude, make sure you call me today. And he said, okay, who did? It answered for 4 days. How am I supposed to just keep on letting it go, letting it happen? I have to draw the line. I told him February 10th and like the beginning of January. And then just didn't hear anything. Except for as I was on here. Because he knows that I'm embarrassed.
Look, call him up, leave him a message or talk to him and tell him everything has to be out by the end of the month, no ifs, ands, or buts, and then follow up with an email.
I don't even fucking know. I don't understand. One, why you have to give him a minute, another extra minute, when I told him a while ago. But with that being said, like, no, I'm not. There's no follow. You don't follow up with grown fucking people when they know what they have to do. I don't need a paper trail. It's dude. Time's up, man. Like, it's the fact that he ignores. It's the fact that, like, people just not say anything for months, or like when it's pay time. Like, if every month, every first of the month, or every second, I think it is. Send your payment at least. At least do that if you don't hear from me. No, he'll go 3 months, and apparently, sometimes I feel tracking him down, and I'm not the only one. Like, you have a responsibility.
There's plenty of times when you said you'd do things for people that you haven't done on time too.
But it wasn't affecting their house, was it? Were you referring?
It's a shed. It's a garage. It's an outdoor space. It's not where you're actually living.
So what are you saying? That I should just be okay with it then?
Not necessarily okay with it, but
more lenient?
A little bit more understanding, because I think there's things going on that we're not privy to.
But then maybe he should say something, like, Eileen.
Well, you could ask him point blank.
All we have to do is get a man with a van. End of the story. That's it. That's
Jillian, please.
Hold on, just because it's not in my house, does it? So I should, like, yeah. Well, it's not really. Dude, it's everywhere. You know how much is in there, dude? It's so much. Like, I want to read. Dude, there's fucking.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Crockett, AOC, or Kamala? Damn, that's a tough one. The dumbest?
Drawer.
It's probably Crockett, but Kamala's stupid too.
What kind of agreement he has with
Your granny wants her hat back.
No, it's none of my business.
Lara Trump 2028 would be fucking amazing. I do like Trump.
No, but do you know
I love
how
Trump.
long he was?
It's possibly because I've been conditioned, though.
No, I don't think.
But
Puerto Rico really, worried about that.
What kind of stuff are we talking about here? Is it like a junk drawer? Like, it's not gold bars or diamonds, right? It's just junk.
Lord, that's not true. It's Wyatt's stuff.
No, it's trash. It's all trash. It's a hoarder, dude. It's all trash.
You have to put it into
I just had to go to part for the year.
He may not. Storage is
It's causing fucking issues. Like, dude, it's causing issues in my fucking house. It's gotta go.
Frankie, just get it.
So then handle it.
Yeah, I mean, but be respectful. Don't if you're dealing with somebody that has mental health issues, try to be respectful and don't cause yourself any turbulence by pissing off somebody that clearly has mental health issues. But you have to create your boundaries, and if you can put it in a storage locker and pay for 30 to 60 days and say your shit's in storage now, if you want it, go get it. Here's the keys. But
Why would I do all that? Why would I go that extra month?
Because sometimes the person can be a bigger problem than their shit. You don't want a problem with the person.
Why
is Frankie's dealing with his own physical problems?
Why is not an issue?
Well, anyways, I mean, you're basically dealing with somebody's mental health here as opposed to like their shit, because garbage is garbage.
It's very shades of gray.
The thing is, anybody will tell you, you can never get emotional satisfaction by going to court. Zero.
What?
You
what are you talking about emotional satisfaction? Nobody's looking for emotional satisfaction.
You let me finish my sentence, damn it.
Yeah.
You can never get emotional satisfaction in court. Zero, zip, nothing, nada. The only thing you get in court is money. And at this point, he needs to get that shit out. Now, either he takes it out, or Frankie's got to hire somebody. So he goes to court and says, "This is how much."
Even doing that.
And the judge.
You have got to get your head out of the court. Every fucking hardworking person who's had a problem in here, your first solution is telling them to go to court. That's
But he's not with furniture in his shed for a year. You don't think that's court worthy?
And I was okay with it for a while, but it's the way.
Have you ever been to small claims court? Small claims court is a joke. You can go to small claims court if somebody took your stick of bubble gum. It's not a big deal. It's not court. Yes, I've been to civil court.
You are always suing people and going to court. Most people don't have that.
If somebody doesn't, I was in the garment district. People didn't pay their bills.
Fine. This is not that situation. This is not a business. These are two people who became friends in a weird space and are trying to work things out.
Howard, if he's not getting the stuff out of his garage, how's he going to get him to get the stuff out of his garage?
It's the way he dictates it too. It's the way he's handling the situation. I think is what makes me more mad. You know what I mean? No, because
well, I don't see that he's handling anything particularly well right now.
Yeah, he's fine.
Hi, Ethan.
But it's it's like
I think what Lord is saying is basically if you just like take this, have somebody pick up the shit and take it off your premises, then at least you have it off your mind, and then it's for him to deal with. But that's going to be costly. Moving all that furniture and everything is going to be costly if it's that much. I mean, I don't know how much it took to put that shit in your shed.
Are you reading this? Yeah.
And then the other thing is,
you came in here, Lord, because I wanted to talk about monetization on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop out of here.
Good luck, Frankie.
What?
Start a room.
Because I'm tired.
All right. Yeah, just do that. Or I'll say, buddy.
And Lord will tell you this too. The judges are there to fight against bullies. And when you're asking a friend to get their shit out of the shirt.
Okay, he's gone. Let's stop talking about it, because I feel like we're talking about him behind his back. And it's not fair, and he can't defend himself.
I'm talking about courts in general. That they're there to protect you against bullies.
Or they're there so someone can come and bully you in court, which I dealt with many times.
Well, you weren't wrong.
Was that a question?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't wrong. I always represent myself, and I win my cases.
Fine. So then, then you weren't wrong. I mean, like I said, if you weren't wrong, you weren't wrong. They had no right to bring you to court, and case closed.
Not that simple, ever.
Is Ethan trying to get up? I don't know. Ethan's he's messaging me, but it went too fast. Lord.
Where'd he go?
He messaged me, but it was too fast. I couldn't get it. I'm going to have to go into the messages and see what he said. I assume he did it on air.
Frankie?
No, Frankie left already.
Frankie just came back.
Oh, he did? Good.
So anyway, Lord, are you monetized on YouTube?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to get there. It's very difficult. It's so crazy. I put so much content up and it doesn't move the needle. And I'm using Sora, which is an AI video creator, and that's been pretty promising. I've gotten more views with that than just about anything I've ever done over many years. So I'm optimistic about that. But I try to live stream Clubhouse because it's just so stupid, and people here are so worthy of mockery, and but it's a challenge, because there's so much profane vulgarity that there's a lot of hate speech, and YouTube has community guidelines and whatnot, but I'm trying to get monetized.
Well, is it a question of views or a question of followers?
It's a question of followers and then metrics like viewing, like number of hours viewed. So that's what it is. I'm like, in one 365 day cycle, you have to have so many view hours in order to get monetized, which is, a challenge.
Do you put up just a video, or is there a story or text that goes with it?
That's what I'm not doing, which is the search engine optimization component of getting.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's a title that you put in for a video. What are you suggesting?
All the research that I've been doing recently has been saying that you can't just throw a video up somewhere. There needs to be a story of some sort.
Well, yeah, every video is a story. I mean,
every video is a story, but do you include maybe why you made the video, or how you made the video, or why they should care about the video?
A description.
Yeah.
But it's a description that's written in such a way that people can relate to it from their own personal perspective.
Well, I'm not like a video creator per se. I'm live streaming Clubhouse rooms across 15 different YouTube accounts, and
is that legal?
I don't know. I'll have to check with Hashem, in Shemayim, to find out what the heavenly court says about live streaming retards. I'm a retard finder.
No, Clubhouse is.
Yeah, Clubhouse is basically a Down syndrome support facility, and
Down syndrome is different.
I'm being facetious, Eileen.
Lord, you have to agree to let Clubhouse record you as one of the criteria for being on Clubhouse.
Yeah, and they created Anonymous, which allows people to live stream rooms, onto other platforms without knowing who the hell's doing it. So it's pointless to argue about whether it's legal or not, because I could live stream Clubhouse underneath a YouTube account that you will never find, never see. And people on Clubhouse will never know that I'm, catching the live stream and re-platforming.
But how are you doing that technologically?
Just click the link above, the YouTube link above.
He screenshots the room, and then he records it. And then you see the people that are in the room, and I guess you play the recording.
It's not a screenshot. It's an actual live stream.
Live streaming. That's not live streaming, Joanne.
So he video records the room, and then he puts it up on Clubhouse. But you mentioned that the YouTube thing wasn't working out that well for you because you basically had, like, in other words, you were putting things up and for some reason it wasn't monetizing, but you mentioned something else did work out for you. But unfortunately, Ethan had messaged me, so I was checking his message. So what was it that had worked out? I'm just curious. I'm not going to...
No, nothing has, I've made no money. I'm getting closer on one account because of the Sora, which is the AI ChatGPT video creator. Those videos have been performing very well and getting a lot of views. The algorithm can detect that it's AI, and it gives it a high value, feedback in the algorithm. So like a video that I'll put up, it might get 6,000 views, 10,000 views, as opposed to like no views. If you haven't used Sora yet, try it. It's unbelievable. It's called Sora, Sora, Sora.
But how do you use it?
You just put in a prompt, whatever you want, and then you can cast yourself, so it'll create videos using your face.
Oh.
It's incredible. If you own a business, you can create marketing videos for your business immediately. It's unbelievably powerful if you know how to, if you experiment with it. Whatever topic it is, you can create videos.
I know there's some for music where you can put a piece of music in and they'll create songs.
Yeah, I create music too. I use Suno, which is another AI app.
Right. Wait, what was the name of the first one?
Sora, So, and Ra, Sora.
And the other one's not.
Suno is the music one.
Most people, there's a lot of work and very little money.
It's a lot of work, yeah.
Unless you go viral and there's a click thing that happens. And then people make a shit ton of money. And I've been going to all these webinars and talking to all these people, trying to figure out where that trigger is and what that trigger is. And people say it has changed.
Yeah, of course.
What do you mean, of course? No, I mean, the platform has been there for how long? And now it's changing in the past year or two.
I mean, there's trends in everything.
There's
trends in marketing, there's trends in social media, there's trends in movies, there's trends in fashion, there's trends in even what people talk about, there's trends in politics.
There's an infinite amount of spam out there, but if you have a pre-existing business, creating new, marketing videos using Sora is so easy. Like I'm running for Congress right now, and they kicked me off the ballot. So I'm a write-in candidate, and I've created videos about being a write-in candidate with Sora. And, I would never be able to produce these videos without AI because it would just be too time-consuming and expensive.
Why'd you get kicked off the ballot?
Not enough signatures on my petitions.
Which state are you in?
Illinois.
Oh.
What part?
I live in Chicago, but I'm running in the 16th district, which is Rockford and Peoria.
Well, how can you run in a district?
You don't have to live in the district to run for Congress.
Really?
Really?
That's weird.
Why is that weird? I'm a citizen of Illinois. I'm running for U.S. Congress you just don't have to live. If you want to challenge an opponent, you have to live there. Like the people that challenged me actually live in district. Otherwise, it would have disqualified their challenge.
Okay, interesting. I mean, I find this fascinating because that was many years ago. That was my plan.
Mm-hmm.
And it got short-circuited by a number of things.
It's absurd because when you do the petitions, you can challenge every single signature, and they draw you into court, and then you have to go get an affidavit of somebody that signed your petition. You have to go to their house, get a second signature, and so basically the whole thing is rigged if they choose to challenge you that way. And I tried to challenge my opponent. And guess what they did? They didn't audit him, but they audited me. They audited all my signatures, but they didn't audit him.
How many did you need?
1,550. And I turned in about 1,650. And the craziest thing is they accused me of fraud, and I accused him of fraud 1,000 times over. And but it's just a news blur, but it still upset me. But then I realized,
you told me you were collecting signatures in Chicago because I have two sisters. One lives in Highland Park, one lives in the city.
Mm-hmm.
and they're both heavily connected with lots of people.
Well, they probably like the guy that I'm running against. His name is Darren LaHood. A lot of people like him, but I'm not a big fan anymore.
Is it a question of Democrat or?
He's Republican, but he's, pro-Israel. He's a big AIPAC recipient, which is fine. I'm just saying that my criticism of him is that, the COVID-19 vaccine propaganda that he put out was just, he's just shilling for big pharma. He's told everybody, get vaxxed, do it. It's the right thing. It'll save you. It'll save your family. It'll save our community. That kind of bullshit. And,
I'm sorry, that's not bullshit.
You really think so? After all the news that's come out about Fauci and Bill Gates? I mean,
yes.
Epstein
because
was...
a whole nursing home worth of veterans in Massachusetts died.
I know, but in 2019...
They didn't have access to the vaccine.
Well, the point is, the vaccine, in my opinion, is the virus, and they cooked it up in Wuhan, and it's just the health effects from getting vaccinated versus using your natural immune system. Statistically, it didn't improve health outcomes. So it was an experimental vaccine.
I think you need to look up your statistics. But on the other hand, I will say that the vaccine was not tested for long enough.
Well, Bill Gates invested in 2019 into BioNTech.
I don't give a fuck what Bill Gates did. He wasn't giving out the shots. He wasn't running the NIH.
He invested in it. He invested $100 million in it. And prior to the epidemic even being announced, I'm just saying, Eileen, that, that is one of the issues that I've run on that,
If you're running on it now, you're running on old stuff.
I agree. It's old, but anyways, it was my first time running for Congress. It's been an experience, and I ran for committee person before.
Was it Senate or House?
Congress, U.S. Congress, 16th District, Illinois. I mean, I did debates, and there's a Democrat running against him, and there's a good chance that he wins. It is a +4 Republican district, but there's a chance the Democrat wins. I mean, anyways, I don't know. I mean, the World Health Organization is a vaccine pushing organization, which is really just a lobbying organization for big pharma. And
yeah, I'm reading more about that lately, and I'm a little disturbed at what I'm seeing and hearing.
I mean, I would rather go to the gym and have a nice dinner than, go get Pfizer's latest update. I'd rather have a Coca-Cola. I'm 42, 43.
That's why. Your whole generation of people really mistrust all of this stuff. And I'm amazed at how many men I meet in their 40s who say similar things. My son is 41, refused to get vaccinated.
Well,
actually, my best friend is 26, also refused to get vaccinated.
Well, for women, the health outcome is not as bad for men. Apparently, the myocarditis, really flares up with men as opposed to women. Like everybody in my family is vaxxed, and they're all alive. So I'm not saying that it's terminal. I'm just saying that they're claiming that the C-19 vax is the biggest carcinogenic event of all time, and
well, the women I know, the people I know that have long COVID are all women, and they're all in their 40s.
Well, that's why I say maybe it was an unnecessary medical intervention.
Well, but it's old news now, and to run and push that agenda now is irrelevant.
Well, it's all water under the bridge at this point. I agree. It's just one topic of criticism. My other criticism is the national debt at $40 trillion. I've never heard a Democrat ever mention about the never-ending debt. All they talk about is, raising minimum wage, free child, free this, free that, free this, free. But they have no concept of the fiscal crisis and the financial crisis. You know,
that is not true in the least. Then you're not listening, because the other thing which you haven't mentioned is the reason that part of the reason we have this debt is because so much money is being siphoned off into the military.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Unnecessarily.
It's a big one.
Leeching the Social Security system for the military.
Yeah, that's a trillion. That's 1.2, 1.3 trillion, maybe even more every year, and it's insane. It's insane, and it's been like this for over. You know, look, I mean, since 9/11, we've been spending well over a trillion a year.
This since Reagan was president.
Yeah, it's out of control. It's a big problem. It's a cancer on the world. But it's our cancer. You know, I mean, I think that we live in like a perpetual civilization, and all this fiat currency, it's just like a civilizational point. You know, I mean, the whole world is in debt. Japan, Germany, China, everybody has huge amounts of debt, but nothing compares to our debt. If you go to usdebtclock.org, you can see that. You could take the top 25 countries and it doesn't even come close to the amount of debt we have. So we have this huge World War II legacy victory, which has allowed us to basically inflate our dollar supply to the highest levels of our history. And, you know,
we're not even on the gold standard anymore because of Reagan.
That was Nixon.
Okay, Nixon. No, don't get me started on that little piece of shit.
Yeah, Nixon is the only president in American history that did not have a stock market gain. Guess who has the biggest? Bill Clinton, because of the 00 bubble. And but all these bubbles are really because of Congress and the Federal Reserve passing acts and spending, you know, trillions of dollars out of thin air. So I'm just trying to accurately describe what I view the situation as, and then apply it towards, you know, my political criticism.
Well, I think you need to do more reading.
I know, I agree. That's what I'm trying to do, is read more and listen to less Clubhouse, because Clubhouse conversations are not educational, despite how many times they tell you can learn something here. You just can't.
No, you can't, because you can't learn from other morons.
I agree.
I mean, I have been leading chats since 1989 and have never encountered the bigotry,
shocking,
racism, anti-Semitism, anti-Islamism, or whatever the hell it's called, and the divisions, the black and white divisions. I mean, this Clubhouse implemented their site without good user guidelines.
Well,
and as a consequence, everybody has been chased out of here except the people who can find like individuals who will mirror their opinions, many of which are based on various levels of ignorance.
Well, have you been to X Spaces? Because I've never heard such profane.
I will not go to X. I am still on X. I've been on X for years. I dislike it now. I think Musk has made a mess out of it. And I tried their spaces once, and I was like, I'm not talking to these people.
Yeah, the insane anti-Semitic Jew hatred on that app. I've never heard such hardcore Nazis in my entire life, and it's like terrifying. Last time I was in a space, they said F you J word, or they said F you Jew, will throw you in an oven. And it's like, it's the craziest group of, and it's crazy too, because like they call themselves, they hate Christianity too. And these are white Christians that sit there and just hate Christianity. And they just, it is so toxic and terrifying, but people listen to it and they agree with it, which is this craziest thing. Anyways, you know.
I hope you answered my question. I was wondering if you were talking about X or about Spaces. I've never been on Spaces. I am on X because it's a good place to post your art. You know, if you want to post
No,
your art.
it isn't. Threads is
You
much
look-
better place to post artwork.
Where?
No, you do post it everywhere. I'm not saying that you can't use these platforms for good. I'm just saying that there's a lot of hate on them.
Well, the thing is that Musk is basically a Nazi.
Yeah, he's a German. I've heard.
It doesn't matter. I don't think his nationality matters, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, I was suspicious of him, partnering with Trump because I just viewed him as not really being an American.
Well, Trump has other people around him that need to be removed.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Obama is building this tower here in Chicago, and
What has Obama got to do with the conversation?
meaning that, like, people hate Trump, but, like, they love Obama. Obama can do no wrong. It's just it's politics, but it's also obnoxious.
He was an excellent president.
You really think Obama was a great president?
Yes, I do.
Do you think he's a good person?
I don't know him as a person. I only know him as a politician and as a presidential figure.
Well, anyways, I mean, this Epstein file debacle.
It's not a debacle. It's a criminal situation that's never been dealt with head on.
Yeah. Well, they arrested Prince Andrew. That was big news.
Not the United States. The United States is doing shit.
Well,
I don't think they have an extradition treaty with England.
Well, Bill.
They're not gonna. They don't. The United States doesn't care what he did, but the UK has morals and ethics.
You think so?
First of all, the guy hasn't even been brought to court. All right, we assume it was trafficking, so we find out it's trafficking. I mean,
Who hasn't been brought to court? Who are you talking about?
It might not be trafficking.
Nobody mentioned trafficking. You just mentioned it, but nobody else has mentioned it.
No, I think he's being charged with misconduct while being in a public office.
Yes, but if he was brought to court here in the U.S., it would be seen as trafficking.
Oh, I see.
I don't think so.
Well,
I think it was sex with minors.
It could be both.
No, she's 20 years old.
What?
She's 20 years old.
Who is?
She was 20 years old when she went there.
No, Virginia Guffey claims that she was a minor when she was first, passed around or raped or whatever. But she's dead now.
Today? Maybe when she was passed around, but when she went to Buckingham Palace, supposedly she was 20. I mean, because I was listening to BBC, I was listening to the English news, not the American. I was listening to what they were saying, so I would think they would have had their ducks in a row, I would think.
I think the Parisian police also made some arrests, but there's an article out today saying that the Europeans are taking actual action and that, Bondi are not doing anything.
I can't even believe, yes, is there a possibility this guy did something wrong? Absolutely. All right? But I can't believe we're hanging the poor guy because he's even been in a courtroom.
We are not hanging anybody. The UK is handling it.
No, I know.
She's saying we're passing judgment without a trial.
She'll just scream at me for nothing. This is going to go on for hours.
But you are bury you.
Eileen's got her position, but Eileen, I mean, if you were the president of the United States, what would your top 3 priorities be?
What I don't like is the moral judgment which is going on.
I cannot be president of the United States because I am war and military?
Well, I mean, it's a hypothetical. I'm just saying, if you were the leader, what would your priorities be for we the people?
I can't answer that question.
You never thought about it?
Nope.
Well, I mean, then why not? Because like that's the big question: is if everybody complains, if you were leader, what would you do? Like that's what I like to ask people to prove they've never thought about it.
That level of leader, I could be the leader of the Department of Health and Human Services and handle that organization.
Oh, because you think Kennedy is such a schmuck?
I don't think he's a schmuck. I know
he's a schmuck.
And I am actually trained to lead an organization like that.
Okay, now can I get in a word in that first? Thank you. Lord, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you think that we've gotten a little bit on our moral high horse to a certain extent? I'm not saying that this isn't guilt, an incredible wrong, and yes, she was a minor, and what I heard from the English news program was wrong, and she wasn't 20. But at one time, Kennedy was sneaking Marilyn Monroe into the White House. When Clinton had the affair with Monica Lewinsky, I was working with Italy as well as Japan. The Italian guys came over, they were laughing because this would never happen in Italian politics where that would become such a brouhaha. You know, somebody was having sex in the office with somebody. But, you know, what I'm worried about is, yes, if she was a minor and there was prostitution involved, and he's not supposed to be doing that in the palace. But do you know this guy is looking at a life sentence in England?
Yeah, I know. Trump said, I saw, like, he said many years ago, he said that Prince Andrew's a scumbag and that he's going to Epstein Island and it's full of creeps. And, you know, so I wouldn't say it's moral panic. I just think that, like, you know, the concern is the espionage aspect of manipulation, having Epstein possibly being an Israeli, what they call like an action point of contact or something. I was reading about an article about it today.
Trying to put up screens and fog to confuse the issue and make people focus on something other than the fact that these goddamn old men were paying to have sex with girls that were pre-pubescent.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, the word just totally left me pubescent.
I want to ask,
and they were being trafficked illegally. What?
You've never been seduced by a woman, Lord?
Sure I have, of course.
No. All right? So we don't know what this girl did. All right? We don't, you know, you think there are women that are 20 years old that could possibly be gold diggers, all right? And they see the fact that somebody that's got a lot of money is attracted to them, and they go, oh, great. And don't say you know that's happening, because you and I both have.
Oh, I know. I listen. The Epstein victims, their statements and testimony on the Capitol Hill. Every single one of them said that Jeffrey promised me the world. Jeffrey promised me an incredible career. I thought I was the luckiest person in the world, and it was all about, you know, using and abusing and discarding, and everybody got taken advantage of. I mean, that's the nature of, you know, that's the type of, you know, behavior that Jeffrey Epstein, he's a predator, you know, and he ran with predators. Bill Clinton is a predator. My father was in a hotel with Bill Clinton, and he was talking to the Secret Service agent, and he said, Bill is the biggest man whore you've ever seen. He sits in the lobby of these hotels and catcalls and brings girls up to his hotel room. He's a predator.
Yeah, but you think those women don't, you know, like...
Of course, this is human behavior, psychology. They think there's gold at the end of this rainbow. They think that, you know, with the words that they're sharing with them, they think that they got lucky, and they're going to, you know, use their asset.
Yeah, what do they say? Oh, Prince Andrew's so handsome, I can't get my hands off him?
No, he's royalty.
Prince of England.
He's rich.
You know?
I get it, but the thing is, all this comes down because there were 20 separate, you know, Ghislaine is in jail for sex trafficking. And all of those men that were involved in that case, they actually, signed special agreements with the victims. It was also, none of this was supposed to come out. This was all because of Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna passing this Epstein Transparency Act, and the Attorney General and her klutzes put out all the files, and the supposed redactions were unredacted. Like, they were unredacted because those idiots didn't know how to actually cover it up. So, anyways, a lot of people are in a lot of trouble, and this is a new mind virus. And all roads lead to the Jews and to Israel, and people can't stop talking about it. But people can't stop talking about a lot of things. And, it is what it is.
I'm just afraid of where we're going in terms of moral issues. That's all.
All this is going to get, swept under the rug in the next war. I hate to break the bad news to you, but wars distract everybody. And none of these things matter anymore when we are now in a new, and deadly war. I mean, I think that's what's going to happen. All this debt, all this shit leads to war. That's history. All these debts lead to wars. That's what it is. It's coming, and Iran is the target. Iran is gonna get taken out.
I had a friend that was a historian, to the point where he had the books that he wrote were translated in every language under the sun. And he said, when you see the building that's going on in New York, because I said to him, I said, what are they building? Nobody's coming into New York. Why are they building all this? He said, because there's going to be a war in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to flee, and they're going to come here. So there's things that we don't know about, that we're not privy to. That, people like builders with millions and millions of dollars, that are on the inside track of things.
Building never stops in Chicago. They just 400 million TIF, which is a taxpayer-funded incentive for the developers. The city is $50 billion in debt, but there's always money to give to developers who helped give to the politicians.
Right, you got it. There you go.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that Iran gets taken out, because if they do get a nuclear weapon, I mean, say goodbye to Israel. They'll detonate it right over Tel Aviv, and that will be the end of the Jewish state. Like, they'll destroy it. And there's a rule: kill or be killed. And I say, they fucked up. And after 9/11, they should have taken out Iran, but they didn't go far enough. They had too many problems. The war was in Iraq, and the Iranians supported, the civil war that was going on there, because it's all this Sunni Shia bullshit. It's a very complicated world, but I'm glad that Trump is the president, because if Kamala Harris was president, oh my God.
I disagree with you, but I don't view politics. But what bothered me was the fact that we were getting on such a moral high road that before anybody's even been brought to court. I mean,
this is the nature of gossip, though. People get tried in the public domain before they ever make it to court nowadays, and that's not constitutional.
That's why they have to sometimes move cases.
But even then, for example, Kash Patel, the guy that shot Charlie Kirk, Kash Patel put out all the evidence and said, this is the guilty guy. It's like, well, wait a minute. You can't claim this guy's guilty and give us all the incriminating evidence without a fucking trial. But that's what the FBI does. They cover shit up, and they put out fake and misinformation, and they coordinate it, and they all talk about it prior, and it's a liar's marketplace out there.
There was something. What was it? On Dateline. I was just listening to somebody that spent 11 years in jail just because when he was talking about things, he sounded like he was guilty, and people didn't like him. So they decided, okay, you did the killing.
Yeah.
No proof, no DNA, no nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you better have a nice personality in this world, because, I mean, just running for office, everything you could possibly say about a person was, slandered and libeled against me. at some point by people here on this app. But that's the nature of, politics, I suppose. It shouldn't really be this way, but people on this app are savages, and they will say anything. And a lot of this is just like neurochemical dopamine. People want to get high by coming on this app and talking their shit or screaming or, pontificating. Oh, this person is, so wise and considered the subject matter expert on, it's just a bunch of losers on this app. These are all the people that aren't actually working.
Yeah, that's true.
Here,
I did want to say something about Wyatt, and I didn't get a chance because everybody says, oh, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. Did you ever see the wealth of knowledge that this guy has about the stock market? That doesn't just fall in your head. You don't wake up in the morning and eat a bowl of cereal and know which stock's good and which ones are bad and what's going on in the market. He studies.
Who?
Studying is work.
Who are you talking about?
Wyatt.
Who?
Because Wyatt. Well, wasn't here, so I didn't look down. I didn't see she had left.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, people hate Trump. People got buyer's remorse. And anyways, people have their positions, and you will never change their position. I went to a public debate, and I talked to the female or the women voters of, it's like a women voters thing. They're not going to vote for me. They're voting Democrat. I just can't understand it. I don't understand why people put these labels on people and claim it's a party. We have to vote for good people who can be truthful all the time and actually say, hey, we're broke. How can we keep spending all this money? We're just going to keep borrowing it? You don't care? Like, nobody runs their personal life like that, but they're more than happy to suggest it for government activities. It's craziness. I think we're living in I hate to say it, but I think we're living in end times.
Politically very bad time, quite frankly. I'll tell you, I normally don't talk politics, but I realize you're very, into it. But you're going to find that I'm not that knowledgeable on purpose. I'd rather stay that way. I just happened to hear, and Eileen happened to say that, he was with a minor. And it's like, part of me, when you grow up as a woman, all right? You think I haven't had a man put a gold bracelet on my wrist?
Yeah.
And you know what you do? Take it and you hand it right back to him.
Well, the problem, Epstein and these guys this wasn't just minors. These guys were like actual pedophiles, actively engaged in, massive amounts of pedophilic activity. Even Ellen, I saw a photo of her with a young girl the other day. It looked so sinister. It looked disgusting.
Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah. Yep. And she moved out of the country, and there's a lot of talk that she's going to be arrested. So there's a lot of disgusting people out there that I don't understand the minor attraction. To me, that's crazy. But I don't know.
That's like young boys. It's like they're cute and sexy, but my God.
Yeah, pederasty has always been a thing. Romans, but look at the Muslims with the Bachi boys in Afghanistan. The Ottoman Empire also had a homosexual pedophilic.
Absolutely. If we didn't have a prohibition against it in society, which probably comes more from property than anything else, because you don't want somebody running around, sticking it in every young thing that walks by, because as soon as the property issue came up, then the restrictions came up.
Yeah.
Those had more to do with property than moral issues.
There's an anti-Semite on here who goes by the name Resistance that lives in New York, and all day long today he was talking about the age of consent is when a woman hits puberty, and he's a Muslim, and people shot him down and they call him a scumbag sicko. But this guy makes death threats to people on this app. And if you report the account, how is that account allowed to continue talking? Is it because he's black? Is that why?
No.
I mean,
You see Eileen after and she get rid of them and she gets people bounced over here all the time. She gets people bounced over here just for sport.
Well, I've reported him multiple times. No, somebody, whoever looks at this shit, they're not taking action. And how do they not even do a sample? How do they not even go into the rooms and try to identify, the problem people on this app? They don't. The people who run this app, I don't think they give a shit. And if you've ever been to a town hall on this app, you can tell they're out of the world. They're not even in the world. It's whoever owns this app. If it's Reid Hoffman or whoever, it's a billionaire that owns this app. So there's no police here. There's no censor here. It's toxic. But look at X Spaces, 10 times more toxic because there's hundreds of it. There's a lot more people over there than there are here. This is kind of a small community, and you can tell there's no growth here. They don't promote it. There's no marketing saying, "Hey, join Clubhouse." So yeah, it's totally. You can see actually how many people use this app because the Clubhouse house, they automatically added everybody. There's only 700,000 active users, so. Anyways, all right, Joanne. Well, I'm going to sleep, so God bless. It's been fun chatting with you.
Yeah, sorry about yelling at Eileen, but I'm normally in the audience because I can't put up with her yelling at me constantly. And so that was like, I just couldn't take it one more second.
Well, that's the one good thing I've learned about this app is if somebody makes me angry on here, that's a me problem. I'm the crazy person for even, trying to fight with people here.
Exactly. It's just sometimes you just can't take it anymore. So, ciao.
Okay, ciao. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.
I'll answer this question accurately.
Just to know everybody who's a man.
Are you a man?
What does the country do when it's half the population has been propagandized to commit terrorism in its own soil?
Give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna come back. I have to do this phone call. Give me 5.
Yeah, okay.
He has to go to Reddit to what's the best response to this trooper off.
Also, yeah, people in Iran, a lot of them that are protesting have nothing to lose, right? Because of the sanctions, people are crippled from being impoverished.
The economic situation in Iran is bad. However, it's not as bad as Yemen or Lebanon. There's countries with
not as bad. 99% of the value of the currency has been destroyed. That's not bad.
It is bad, but the economic welfare of the people, like you don't have people starving in Iran from malnutrition like in Yemen. However, Yemen, because it doesn't have internet access and all of the, the population of Yemen is actually not as propagandized as the population of Iran. So when you have Western propaganda that's working to get the population to work against its own interests, so the West can implement a regime change, like they did in Ukraine.
I get it, but why can't the people of Iran, or even the Palestinians actually just become peaceful activists and say, okay, we don't want conflict anymore. We're going to disengage, demilitarize. Let's just see how this goes. Hello?
If you're gonna engage, just listen and then speak. Okay, so I'll bring you back, but don't interrupt.
Got it. You're a Khomeinian. I can tell you're a hardcore Islamist. No problem. I'm just going to go to sleep.
So the people of Iran.
Fascist! He's a fascist!
The ones that are in genocide at the moment. So they're fighting against the genocidal terrorist regime of America and Israel
and they're the Western, the Western Europeans, their allies. The collective genocidal regimes is who these people are fighting against. Okay, so when you come up and you're speaking nonsense, just acknowledge that this is the situation first. Because if you don't even acknowledge the reality that's happening, then I'm just speaking to a complete deranged idiot. Come on, do you agree that the reality of the world, that you have the U.S. government along with the elites committing a genocide? Come on, it's bad. Come on. Do you agree to this reality first?
Do you agree that projection is real and that when you call me a deranged idiot, you're the deranged idiot?
So are you gonna answer the question?
I just told you, all communication is projection, you deranged idiot.
Not engage.
They can, yeah.
I asked him a straight up question. If we have facts, if we can't agree on simple fact, on the reality of what's happening around the world, then we're just gonna see what's it.
Yo, Hamza.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Do you know who I am?
No.
You don't know me?
Abu Yassin?
You still don't know me?
No. Sorry, man. You sound like Abu Yassin.
Bro, Ali Ahmed, bro. You don't know Ali Ahmed?
Oh, Ali Ahmed.
I got the real one. Which one you got? I don't like my real one, my buddy.
I got the real one. Which one?
It's on a conscious.
Yeah. Did somebody steal your dildo? Even the Bible doesn't like you.
Somebody stole
Did somebody the Bible? You are named as the Jewish Bible. Why is this gypsy speaking? The Jewish Bible. Whoever left this gypsy on the fucking stage, I want to take it. The Turks don't like him. The Iranians don't like him. The Iranians don't like him. This guy's gonna die.
So the Syrians don't like you. The
Syrians don't fucking
Turks don't like you. The Iraqis don't like you. Nobody likes you.
Gypsy, what? Stop yelling.
You're a cancer to the region.
Jewish.
Wait, the UAE don't like it?
You're a cancer.
Bro, nobody likes the Kurds, bro. Everybody stomps on the Kurds.
Even your God is a
Dude, the Kurds are the bottom barrel in the region.
like a very bad little bitch.
They are the gypsies of the mountains.
You have nothing.
They have no
The
home.
gypsies have Barzani, and you tried to the Zionist lobby to go to Barzani to protect your sister. Fucking newspapers and the sources.
Newspapers and the soldiers, newspapers and the soldiers, newspapers and the
You know what? His name is from now on, call him Beta. His name is not Alpha anymore. Yo, Beta.
His name is Gypsy. No, call him Gypsy. Call him Gypsy. Call him Gypsy. Hey, Gypsy. Hey, Gypsy, 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 Gypsy. Calm down.
How old are you?
Beta male. These fucking Assyrians worship a Jew. Then they cried to the Zionist lobby.
You're a fan nigga, bro. You're a fan nigga. Yo, Goo. Yo, Goo. Yo, Goo. The fan nigga thinks he's American.
I know.
Can somebody call ICE? Can somebody call ICE?
Can somebody call MI6 in London and get Prince arrested because he's a terrorist living in London? Prince, aka this piece of shit. Hello?
Yeah. No, let me go ahead and Nah, you know what? I don't do that shit. That's what admins do. You like to record people.
Yeah, this room's being recorded right now. Hello?
Relax. Why is this still this shit? You think he's American?
Identity. Go be independent, bitch. Then talk to me, you fucking slave.
The Jew is your master, Alpha. The Jew is your master.
Alpha,
you should bow to the Jew.
You know you're just an Arab to us, right?
Is he? He's an Arab, yeah.
Did you just hear what Prince said? Jews live rent-free in Prince's head. All he does is talk about Jews all day long.
It was actually cussing out the Jew.
What's going to be amazing is when the United States actually does their bombing run on Iran and totally eliminates all of the IRGC. It's going to be so glorious. Oh, free Iran. Free Palestine, huh? How about free Iran? That's what you should all start repeating over and over again. Free Iran. Free Iran. Because there's no Palestine. That doesn't exist. That's a made-up word like trans, like gay. It doesn't exist in the real world. But Iran does, and Iran's about to fall. Free Iran. Hello?
But that's just not what's happening.
You go right back to the room.
Oh, you have an accent on Sunday.
He thinks he's American.
No,
he's like,
you're American, but you worship a Jew. I'm not the one worshiping a Jew, am I now?
I worship a Levantine Hebrew, yes, you're...
Well, most Americans worship a Jew, if that's the case.
Why do you worship Jesus?
Wait, most Americans are Christians. What is this guy on about?
Yeah, they worship a Jew. So what's your point?
What do you mean?
They're going to make me go downstairs. I'll be back.
insurance for that, right?
Do you have any thinking cards?
He's taking my advice. He's having a turn.
No, thank you.
Saying on the edge. Couldn't we see something in the Bible that favors them? The fucking inside the motherfucking state with the most motherfucking goddamn black.
The Iraqis don't like that. The Iranians don't like that. They don't like that.
What is it, Iraqis?
I'm an
Yeah, we ain't got time for things.
Oh, no, I'm cool, bro. Oh, things for them.
I love the Lord Jesus Christ with all my heart, all my soul. You're going to hell. Go to hell.
I'm not going to hell, you are.
Oh, yeah.
You worship her?
We'll see who's right. You wish for that.
What the fucking death? You want to fucking cross, get a dick.
What? How do you steal votes? Fuck. I'm full of steam.
You call everything Delaware or something. Everything is the third or your mother. Your widow mother. Because the Bible steals your father. The couple.
I don't have any sisters. So
Why not? Of course. You have built it yourself. That's what it is.
So tell me what state are you in?
Why? You want to come over and find out?
No, I'm just
Wait, I was not pleased with the words of my people.
Are you poor? You're not poor.
You're a Jewish slave.
Are you poor? Do you have a car?
You're a slave of the youth, right?
You own the house.
Why do you break the design's lobby to talk to me?
You own the house.
Why do you do that?
You own a house.
Break the design's lobby to
The Jews are your bastards.
hold on. That's so ironic. You have their own God. They're not worshiping their God. You have no identity.
Hey, Walker.
You are God.
Who else the Kurds vote?
You have no identity.
Who else the Kurds vote?
You're African for the Kurds vote. That shows that you cannot even use a master to make up a value.
May I ask you a question?
You are in no position.
You don't think God gave the vote advocacy from Israel? Does Israel advocate for Kurds here? You gotta talk. You know what they are? The Kurds are a geopolitical football.
Literally everybody shooting at you see what Jelani did to them, bro?
Bro, he